Left on the settings, bro. Oh. Left side. Oh. Oh. It still looks weird. So left side then? Look on it. Bro, you should just... Flip the paper? The fuck you mean? Use an inverted filter? There's no Oh, use an inverted filter. Oh, you're right. How you use inverted filters? Oh, like this? Oh, hell nah. Inverted. Bro, I don't fucking... Use a back camera and just look at the let's view to see. Nah, that's too much. Cause then, like, nah. Okay, you know what? I'm about to just draw it, write it. Yeah, I'm about to just go live, bro. Type. You don't need the paper. Okay. Tilt the paper. Fucking like what? What is that gonna do, dumbass? What is that going like, bro? Just. All right, I'm about to just do it. Okay. Fuck it. All right, bet. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not gonna say nothing. Hold on, wait, check. Can I stay silent or like can I talk? Yes or no?
Hey, what's up? MKBHD here. And did you notice something? I've been thinking a lot about this over the past couple years of watching Apple presentations, and it just became much more obvious watching their latest, which was WWDC. Because in this presentation, Apple went through 45 minutes on stage talking about their new Vision Pro headset, and they didn't say the words virtual reality on stage once. And just in general, there are certain words that Apple just refuses to say or generally doesn't like to reference at all in any of their presentations or any of their marketing, and it's fascinating to watch. So what are those words and why is Apple doing this? So let me start with the why. Now, obviously, I'm not Apple, so this is from the outside looking in, but there are two really good reasons for why they do what they do or why they don't say what they don't say. And those are control and comparison. So control first. I've already talked about Apple, and a big reason for a lot of what they do is being able to fully control over everything as much as possible, and that extends to PR too. Or it doesn't even have to be PR, it's just smart branding. But if you come out with a new product and you associate it heavily with a word that the general public already uses, or that another company, some competitors, are already using heavily for a bunch of different things, then you run the risk that the sentiment around that word might actually change and might actually have a downturn at some point in the future, thus dragging the whole reputation of your product down with it. So here's another commonly never used word in Apple presentations: AI. Apple just doesn't say artificial intelligence on stage. Now, if you want some contrast, go back just a few weeks ago to Google's developer conference, just a Google I/O, and they introduced a bunch of features on stage in Android and in Chrome, and let's just say they weren't shy about what was powering it.
As an AI-first company, AI, generative AI, generative AI, generative AI, AI.
So, I mean, pretty clearly they love leaning into that. But Apple, on the other hand, also introduced at their developer conference, WWDC, a bunch of software features in iOS and macOS, and they use the words AI or artificial intelligence on stage exactly 0 times. They never said it. Now, they did use phrases like machine learning and ML, and they talked about how a transformer model is being run local on device that will help autocorrect in the new keyboard in iOS 17, things like that. But at no point did they call themselves an AI first company or proudly proclaim that they have a bunch of new features powered by AI to show us today. Nothing like that. And I think that's because clearly AI is such a big thing that it kind of has this public persona that also has a bit of a dark side. It's a bit of a controversial word in some areas. We've talked about how AI art is sometimes accused of stealing from real artists. I made a whole video about that. I'll have a link below. And so the word is so much that if you're Apple and you care so much about your public image, you don't want to risk attaching yourself to that word that you can't control. So they just don't. They literally just don't say it. So that's control. The other thing, like I said, is comparison. And this is a funny one too with Apple. So if you've ever watched an Apple presentation, which most of us have, there are some pretty common themes that you see every time. You see the high production value, a variety of presenters, unlabeled graphs, Craig's power stance. But as a tech reviewer, one thing I've also noticed, and I think any other journalist or anyone covering these companies probably also notices to a point, is that Apple just kind of avoids comparing themselves or even talking about or acknowledging other companies or other products at all. They kind of just like to pretend that they are the only company in the world and they exist in this little ecosystem of just Apple stuff, and other stuff just sort of fades away. Now, there are a few notable exceptions to this rule. Like, they do every once in a while mention, oh, our new laptop is X% faster than the most popular PC laptop or something like that. They'll do that once in a while. But really, in general, they do it far less than the other companies, especially if you've watched it a lot in the smartphone space. If you watch another smartphone product unveiling, a lot of them will do straight up spec comparisons to others and like just number comparisons. You know, our folding phone has a new 4800 milliamp hour battery, which makes it the biggest battery in any foldable in this category. Oh, our new phone has a 200 megapixel camera, which makes it the highest resolution ever in a smartphone. Oh, our new display refreshes at 165 hertz, making it 20% more responsive than the next best thing. All this stuff. Apple doesn't really like to do this type of comparison. Instead, they would much rather name everything. Now, I'm not just talking about the products. Of course, they name things like the iPhone and the Mac and the AirPods. And the software also has extremely functional names. You have iOS, iPadOS, macOS, watchOS, tvOS, visionOS. But they also like to take technical achievements and technical features and brand them, put a name on them. They name everything. So instead of 120 hertz high refresh rate LTPO display, we've got ProMotion. Instead of an optical fingerprint reader, we have Touch ID. Instead of a large linear vibration motor, it's a taptic engine. Instead of the latest version of glass from their supplier, it's ceramic shield. Now, of course, everyone knows the value of good, catchy branding, but when you brand something for yourself instead of using the term that everyone else uses, that specifically makes your version a little bit harder to compare to everyone else's. So while all the other companies are talking about, okay, we got to 120 hertz, but now we've got to 144 hertz, and now our gaming phone is 165 hertz, so it's 15% more responsive than their 144 hertz, and Apple's over here like, we have ProMotion, and this version of ProMotion is more responsive and smooth than any other ProMotion we've ever had. Like, they hardly ever use IP68 or IP67 on stage as much as they just like saying, it's dust and water resistant again. And there's hole punch cutouts in the top of the AMOLED display of every other phone in the store, but ours, with our software on top, is a dynamic island. There's actually a whole page of these just on Apple's site. I'll link it below. Just trademarked names of things that they've put their stamp on. Some are programs, some are features, some technologies. There's a lot of them. Clearly, they're not the only ones who do this, but it's just the most consistent thing about all of their presentations. And the cherry on top of all of this is a lot of times Apple doesn't even really like saying at all ever what the actual spec is. They'll leave it to you to find out later, and tech reviewers will really dig in and figure it out. But when's the last time you ever saw the milliamp hour size of an iPhone mentioned in the keynote? Last time I checked, they just don't do that ever. They'll just tell you it's the longest battery life of any iPhone we've ever made. That is the epitome of control and comparison. Now, with the new Vision Pro headset that Apple just unveiled, in particular, it's interesting. It's really interesting. I made a whole video just on, I got to try it and my first impressions with it. If you somehow haven't seen that yet, I'll link it below. But it's also pretty clear, based on what we know, that Apple has future plans with this, to make it cheaper, of course, but to also make it smaller and higher tech and better, to the point where the tech sort of just fades away and you have a pair of glasses that you look through and still have all of the technology and function from. So they never really want to call the Vision Pro a VR headset, even though it totally is, because of the ambitions that they have to steer this vision and the control that they have, no pun intended, towards mostly AR stuff. So you'll see all kinds of demos in the videos of a virtual reality headset with really good pass-through. Like when you go into that theater demo, for one, like you're in complete darkness with a huge screen in front of you. I mean, that's literally a VR headset. But they want to steer you so much towards thinking of vision as an augmented reality experience, and that's much easier if you just never say virtual reality out loud at all. The closest they got was talking about how you can spin the digital crown and fully immerse yourself beyond the dimensions of your physical room with features called environments. And there it is. They've managed to brand virtual reality with a different name so they can control it and manage what it's compared to over time. They also didn't say a whole lot about the specs on stage. Part of it, of course, is because this is something that's coming out early next year, so it's not done. Maybe some things change between now and then. But they still didn't say a refresh rate on stage. They didn't say a field of view number in degrees. Like, they avoided a lot of the things that pretty much every other VR headset maker out there would put in their presentation. But there was no shortage at all of naming things and setting the tone for how they want us to think about this headset going forward. So the next time you're watching an Apple presentation or some keynote, there's a lot of impressive things to pay attention to. You know, the graphics, the transitions, the drone shots, the power stances, but it's the words. Pay attention to the words. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
All right, boys, Metro Boomin on the pod today. Before we get into the podcast, if you guys love to fire on sports, said this many, many times, but you guys need to download the Prize Picks app. Download that in the App Store. Prize Picks is really fun and fire because instead of betting on teams, you're betting on individual players. So if you guys know sports really well and you know players, Prize Picks is really, really fun to fire on. Each player has a set projection, and then you can either choose more or less than that set projection. I also got you guys on a 100% deposit code, up to $100. So if you put in $100,
I think you need to go in a little longer, Mike.
You're too old to be doing that. We're all going to jail.
Mike sucks ass, so it's amazing to watch him.
All right, welcome back to the Night Shift, ladies and gentlemen. You're working late, so it's time to clock in. We're in a place called Pacifica, which is just outside of San Francisco, California. We're here for a layover. In about an hour, we're gonna be embarking on a journey back overseas, this time to a place called Tel Aviv. I obviously have been a Christian my entire life. I don't talk about it very much on this channel because I don't feel the need to always be talking about it. So when given the opportunity to one, see a new place, and two, see where Jesus was born, I got naturally very excited. That said, I also understand that right now there's an ongoing conflict. As you know, I have a ton of Arab friends, and as you also know, I have a ton of Israeli and Jewish friends. I wish that all of us could get along. You guys know me, you know all I care about is positivity and spreading, you know, good vibes. That said, I wasn't willing to skip a place that has a ton of meaning to my life just because of an ongoing conflict in the area.
Honestly, we should just find, like, fuck.
Wait, did you say we should do drugs?
Yeah. Look at the environment we're in. I'm getting depressed.
I bought you a present while we went to the smoke shop. Throw it back in the old time.
Bro, a crack pipe? Where would you even get that from?
I wanted you to have good history of like San Francisco and like the one time you were here.
It's also not even a crack pipe, it's like a meth pipe. It's for meth.
Are you serious, dude?
Bro, you just put it on the ground.
Make a decision.
Make a decision. Are you gonna break it or are you gonna keep it?
No,
Are
I'm
you
not.
gonna keep fucking up your life or are you gonna break it?
Bro, I'm not gonna even.
Are you choosing? Are you choosing it or your friends?
Are
Bro,
you choosing to change your life?
once again, I gotta.
That's what I think about that, Mike.
Bro, some little kid without shoes is gonna come walk through that now, dude.
At least you won't
It's
pick
your
it up
fault.
and wonder what it was.
At least you won't pick it.
Pacifica Cages. If you have a layover in San Fran and you need a little bit of time to hit some fucking balls, take some anger out, they were about to close. They stayed open for us.
Stayed open for the real berry bump.
What the fuck? Oh! Yo, David, go on that side. Wait.
Slow it down. Woo. That's how you hit that damn thing, Michael.
If the Frisco Rough Riders AAA team out of Dallas is watching this, sign me up. All right, let's go somewhere where they don't even know what baseball is. So we just made it to Tel Aviv. Heavy beach vibes here in Tel Aviv. They got party. Everybody's out here right now. And by the way, keep in mind, this is a Monday. Before I go any further, these trips, they add up. So I do want to say, the new Night Shift drop has officially released on Culture Kings. 2 new shirts in there for the summer. Obviously, Culture Kings, the hottest streetwear store on the internet right now. So brand new drop. You've probably been seeing me wear
You
this.
forgot you got some on the back.
Oh yeah, this is bad.
What a salesman, dude.
The link's in the description. Use code Mike. You get a discount at checkout. You guys know if you got the World Tour tee, it's on the upgraded blank. So cop this one. Check it out. Link in the description.
We're on the beach, nothing better. We're looking for Huss, and we can't find him. But we will find him at Guns N' Roses tonight.
We eat a shawarma.
We're at right now, it's called a Shook, the one-stop shop for fake goods. This is the same Prada bag that Steiny bought for Sophia Franklin, bro. This is it, I swear to God. I'm Jewish, you can check. These actually would be perfect. All this design on me got me dripping. Oh, sorry, brother.
It's a little drippy from the top.
All this design got me dripping. What is this place?
It's a market.
Santee
All right,
Alley.
listen, now you're just fucking with me,
It's like a
dude.
flea market on steroids.
They have shawarma, they have falafel,
falafel, they have schnitzel, they have all the classic like Israeli street fried
Schnitzel?
food.
Classic
Yes.
Israeli?
Oh, I
Because
forgot
David-
it's
because
German.
David tries to claim
David,
it.
I didn't mean to offend you. Oh my-
Wait, did Steiny or the Nelk boys eat any of the food here?
yeah, they did. They tried baklava and babka, like the desserts.
Damn.
Kyle doesn't like spicy.
Kyle doesn't like spicy. Kyle's
Yeah.
a prima donna, dude. He's gotten too big. He's a celebrity now. So he can't eat spicy foods. Man, look at this. He's a descendant of Bob Marley. Look. Yo, this is crazy. Top negotiating is real. I had one of these, and my friend.
Wait, one of these?
Yes, at the house. I bought it, and Logan Paul, he put it into a metal grinder and ground it up into little shreds.
Why would he do that?
Because he's a piece of shit.
I'm so sorry.
It's alright.
Wow. He said he's willing to buy 100,000 bottles from you guys for $10 a piece.
Wait, how much is that? That's a million cash. Wait, I have a shipment coming into the hotel. Should we just come sell it? How much for 2 bottles?
70, that's 20 bucks.
20 bucks for 2 bottles? That's insane, bro. No equity and I'm getting fucking taxed. Prime hydration, coconut water, only 25 calories and only $10 a bottle.
The best in the market. The best in the market.
Best in the market?
The mixed Tel Aviv, Peter bread.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Who take the champion, Denver or Miami?
Denver, 4-2. And can I get it the Aki way? Mixed grill. Tel Aviv. They got, what is this, chicken?
Chicken kebab or mixed Tel Aviv, pita bread, Jafeta. Why? After you eat it, say, the best in the market.
So gas, bro.
Best in the market.
The best in the market.
You know, you look like Charles Barkley.
Yeah!
Yes or no? Yes or no?
God damn, I love this place.
Yo, right now, we're at Guns N' Roses concert. Now, I know I do have some audience members who are above the age of 30. Welcome to the fucking jungle, brothers and sisters. We are about to rock on right now.
This nigga got fake NMD Louis.
That dude's on our squad.
No, but he's not now.
They're also Supreme.
I just realized they're also Supreme.
Yo, that's crazy. Supreme Louis NMDs. Yo. We gotta extract him, bro. He gotta leave, dude. I've been to a lot of countries, and I don't think I've ever seen as hot of girls as I have in Israel so far.
I'm about to do 90 Day Fiance in this bitch.
But I also have never been to South America, and from what I understand, South America's got the fucking A1.
Spain, España.
That's not South America. Where did you go to school, bro? This dude thinks keep his T-Pain. What was your first song that you heard by him?
I can't, I'm sorry, man. I can't speak right now. I'm so sorry.
What song? What's your favorite song?
Oh, I can't believe it.
I'm in love with
No,
the
no,
stripper. She
No,
does.
the one with Zell. The one with Zell. I can't feel my legs, man. I'm sorry. So much for me.
What the fuck just
For real?
happened? From Charles Barkley to T-Pain is fucking insane.
They're not racist, bro. They just
At all. They just don't. They've never seen black people.
Now all I care about is seeing who else they come up with.
They're about to be like Wesley Snipes.
We're headed to the north of the country to Galilee. And guess what, guys? We've got a new person on the trip. And I'm sure you're excited about it.
No, they hate me.
Who's your friend?
No, they don't. Do they? It's you. No, it's YouTube. Why would you think they would hate you?
I'm just kidding. I say that for attention.
I think you might need to talk to a therapist. You have those thoughts a lot, dude. Me and Summer and the rest of my friends here, we're gonna get baptized in the same place that Jesus got baptized.
Guys, it's just kind of our first stop, and like my hair, my
She
makeup.
doesn't want to fuck her hair and makeup up.
No, I'm going to do it. I'm just saying it's a little unfortunate. That's our first stop. That's all I was bringing to the
Should we
attention.
tell him to rearrange the whole tour?
Mike is gonna get dunked in like 20 times because this needs to be cleansed, but more than we know.
Summer, why would you doing that? Like
This area.
Guys, this is probably the holiest thing you've ever seen on the night shift. We are on the Jordan River right now in the exact spot that Jesus Christ was baptized by John. Do like 5 seconds of just straight Zen right now.
The meaning of this place is that this is the beginning of his ministry over the Galilee. So this, in a way, setting you up to to continue following the path of Jesus and God.
So for the next 3 years after I do this, I should really turn up the notch.
For the rest of your life.
I'll turn the notch up on the goodness.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, brush it and then put it back up because if it gets wet like this, it's gonna be.
Imagine Jesus like, no, we need hair and makeup before we go in. Like that's
I just
crazy.
can't brush my hair because if it gets wet like this, it's gonna get so tangled.
Mic check, mic check.
You seem like this little devil girl on your vlog.
No, I'm not.
It's just, I am that way. Okay.
No, you're pretty pure, dude. You turned down 100 M's of OF money.
I do.
Holy God, faithful and unchanging, enlarge our minds with the knowledge of your truth, that we may truly worship you, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever. Amen.
Amen. I'm not gonna lie, I'm floating away. Summer. Hey, quiet.
What did I just touch? You just came big me.
I understand that. I understand. Not exactly the common experience I was looking for because some people don't know how to act right. But nonetheless, I do feel at least momentarily purified and like a cleaner person.
It was good. I don't like touching rocks.
Yeah, I don't like touching rocks either. Not at least in the past 13 years.
I think you need to go in a little longer, Mike.
Guys, this was a moment right here. Just bring it in. Thankful for all of you here that we could all experience this together.
And my brother in Christ. There's no way. There is no way. Tell them who you met.
Listen, somebody very famous in the group. His name, I think, is Weekend or something. Who is the guy? He's the guy.
Hallelujah. Third time's a charm.
Charles Barkley, T-Pain, The Weeknd.
One ticket.
Okay.
Can we do it with the flag of Israel?
It can't be made up. I made this the other day.
I wish you all the best in Israel.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
We're gonna go work on some new music. This cannot.
Weekend is in Jerusalem.
This cannot be
It's
real.
gonna make the news.
Y'all might just move here.
Y'all are witnessing this with us is just crazy. Like all three of those people, Charles Barkley, T-Pain, and The Weeknd, is crazy. You guys aren't gonna believe this right now. We're at the burger review, Golden Burger. They told him that I have like the biggest burger review channel in the world, blah, blah, all this stuff. One of the guys was cooking the burgers. I think he had so much pressure, he passed out in the kitchen. And all of the paramedics just came on motorcycles to try to pick him up out of the kitchen because he knew he's got to make these burgers as good as possible. I think he fainted. Bro, the ambulance is a Prius. Oh, no, she's hot. Speak Hebrew to her. Say like he's in there.
Well,
Oh, they're both hot. What the
They're
fuck?
both hot. I know, I'm scared.
No, say something.
What's Sean name?
Dude,
they're both so hot.
They're so hot, dude. Whenever I go overseas, where's he gonna go? What's he gonna do? But everybody kept saying this place, Golden Burger. I heard buzzing in my ears, little Hebrew birds. Go to Golden Burger.
Best burger in Jerusalem. You heard it here. You got the butter and stuff on it?
Sir, excuse me.
You got it.
No, he's fine.
No, I'm good.
I'm kidding.
What's wrong? It's my favorite spot.
He literally ran up on me, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
That was crazy, bro. As you also know, Europe, Asia, not high scores out here. You're talking 4s, you're talking 5s, you're talking 6s. They have a kosher burger on the menu called the Golden Burger. Now, for it to be kosher, no cheese. They cannot put meat and cheese on the same burger. So that's not cheese you see there. That's actually an aioli, blended into this creation. The beef looks really good. It looks juicy. And then, David, the really yellow Stad fries. Remember when we did Stad and I said the fries are so yellow? Tavis told me this is the most famous person in Israel. They're like, he's basically like the Hollywood Benjamin Netanyahu, dude. Like right here. He said he's like the Kardashian right here. On Raffaelli. Is that right? Okay, my mind's not very good. I smoked crack for a long time. L'chaim. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Wow.
The meat is very juicy. It's great meat. Basically what it looks like happens is they take the burger, they cut it in half, and then they coat it with butter and they put it face down on the grill. And it creates this like beautiful meaty aioli substance on the outside of it. It's very crispy and this is probably the most interesting burger that I've reviewed on this channel.
All I want to say is I ordered chicken and that shit still ain't came.
The meat is very tasty, it's very fresh. The bun is very fresh, very buttery. You can see it on my fingers. It's a messy burger, and that's how we like it. We like it messy, right? We like it sloppy, Kifa, right? Let's try these fries.
Right.
Fries are very oily, classic European yellow fry. No salt, absolutely no taste to them, basically like wood.
Zero salt.
Definitely one of the higher burgers that I've eaten in the Eurasia scene, Middle East, whatever you want to call it. I really, really like this burger.
Yeah.
Golden Burger, Jerusalem, West Wall, where prayers ascend from. All three monotheistic religions are honored and observed. We are brothers and sisters. And Golden Burger is a 7.7. 7.7. Golden Burger. Mazel L'chaim. Toda. The best vlog in the market. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. This trip, I have already spent, it's only been like 3 or 4 days, more time laughing. Like good for the soul. Real laughter, bro. Like till I cry because of these people that I'm with. I hope you guys are liking them. Kifa, Tab, all these guys. We're having a ton of fun out here. I got 2 matters of business to handle. One is, as I said earlier, the new shirt, the new drop from Culture Kings is now available at the link in the description below. Buy it. It's great for the summer. Styling. A lot of people are saying the dopest merch in the YouTube game, which I can't imagine anybody's doing better clothing than us right now. Number 2. Last week I said that somebody was gonna win $500 if they commented their Instagram on the video. Well, guess what, bro? It was Adam Bowling _. This kid looks so happy, bro. And he's even happier now because he just won $500. Usually, as you guys know, when I go to a country or city, whatever, I shoot one vlog. This trip is absolutely bananas. It's gonna go crazy. And I think it's gonna get even crazier as we continue on and come back to Tel Aviv, party, blah, blah, so on and so forth. So next week is gonna be the continuation. Dead Sea with Summer Rae. Does her ass float? Who knows? But we'll find out next week on the night shift. As always, thank you so much for working late with us. We're clocking out. Peace.
No.
Summer?
Hey. Guys, what's the big deal if I just brush my hair real fast?
Because it's about to get, there's a. Yes, please. The best in the market.
What do they haul him off on? What does he leave on? Do they fuck, where the fuck do they take him to?
I don't care what it looks like. It's Jesus' water, bro. Yeah. David, stop with the jokes, bro. You're crazy.
Oh shit, watch out for the little person. Oh, wow. Dude, honestly, I almost kicked her. I didn't see her.
I need 2X. Yeah, I've been eating a lot of schnitzel.
I go, a meth pipe. And he goes, like an oil burner. I go, or a pookie.
Shut up, Tav, you bitch. Yo, he said that and walked right into a garbage can.
Last time I went into a church, I started melting.
Hey, I know you had like clocking in early, but guess what? We fucking clocking in late tonight. This is a motherfucking midday shift, but we doing a lot of mid shit.
Don't ever try to replace the German. He's irreplaceable.
Yeah, like Mercedes.
My mom said that the little fishies in there come and nibble on you. So I'm really excited.
All right, that's enough for you, Summer.
What did you bring us, bro?
Masturbate and tackle.
Hey, I don't know if y'all heard, but it's the best in the market. He said, I can't feel my legs. That's the weekend. I can't feel my legs when I'm with you.
Something just got me.
Look at me.
Stop. I'm sorry.
Can you take a horizontal?
They just pulled a stretcher out of there.
No, but did you see the paramedics?
Yeah, the girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Over or underqualified?
Overqualified.
It's Israel Adesanya, ladies and gentlemen.
You might be the king of petty.
I'm the best.
You have been on some after that knockout. John Jones, he said that you were his favorite fighter.
That's a lie.
It's inside actual quotes on the PDF, bro. It's inside.
Must be real.
He said,
How, Sway? How you gonna lie on a PDF, Sway? This is why online people think I'm gay. That's my boyfriend, apparently. My manager, I see him in the cage with them all the time. They always hugging his Must be a sugar daddy.
He told me you didn't want to strike today.
Nah.
When he came back to the house today, he was like, dude, he's lucky he didn't want to strike against me. That's what he was saying.
You know what's good about having the guests in Puerto Rico?
What?
I don't feel rushed because I know they're trapped here. I know they have nowhere else to go besides here.
There's no like PR agent like, hey, we got to get him out of here.
No, like,
there's nowhere to go.
I'm
Where
looking
are you
at.
gonna, I can't even go to the grocery
Can't
store.
go to the grocery store.
Doesn't
There
exist.
is none. I'm looking at two of the best fighters in the world playing on my drum set.
Well, and they have a good time. That's another reason why you don't have to worry about them leaving. It's like they're at the Fun Factory. What was Derek's thing called?
Yeah, the Fun Factory.
Is
Yeah,
that
was
not
it.
right?
Well,
Is it Chocolate Factory?
The whiskey helps. The whiskey helps.
Yeah, they're definitely having more fun now.
We've been drinking. It's what is it? 4:23 on a Tuesday. Welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. And I really mean that. Man, it's been a long journey, and we love sitting down and chatting shit with the boys. We got some of the best fighters in the world in the house today. Israel Adesanya. Matt, do you think we should bring him in for the podcast?
That's actually crazy that he's here after all the shit that's been going on the past couple months after the Pereira victory.
To
just have him live and in the flesh.
I'm gonna ask him. He's coming right now. I'm gonna ask him.
He's not even. He might be the coolest person on the planet.
He's sick. He's sick, dude.
Let's go. Let's get impulsive.
Whenever you're ready.
Whenever you're ready, boss.
We're ready for you.
Drum roll, please.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, he's one of the biggest superstars in the history of the UFC. He's middleweight champion of the world. He loves dancing. He loves anime. It's Israel Adesanya, ladies and gentlemen.
So clapping twice.
Thank you for having me. We're outside. We're inside, but we outside.
I wish I had a better.
No, we got it. No, that was good. That was really good.
Dude, this whiskey's hitting me a little quicker.
I love
than
it.
I
I didn't know
expected.
you drank some. Bless.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
saw
thank
y'all
you.
breaking it out. I didn't want to be excluded.
No, we're team.
Dude, welcome to fucking Puerto Rico.
Thank you for having us.
I can't believe you flew here so far.
Yeah, it's I didn't count, but the thing with me though, I mean, anyone who knows me, they know when I fly, I pretty much teleport.
Elaborate.
Yep.
Like I get on a plane before or after it takes off, I'm gone. I might make my bed or whatever, but then I wake up, I might be like, oh, 6 hours left. And I wake up again, oh, an hour left. Cool. And that's me.
You've mastered fighting. You've mastered the art of travel.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
I've been around. Like, I keep saying, if, you know, the Amazing Race?
Yeah.
I'd kill at that. Speak a few languages.
See, when you say that,
Yeah.
it makes me think you could kill someone.
I can, but like, I wouldn't. But I mean, I would do very well in that game because of my ability to pack fast, in a hurry, compact, and get to the airport. Like, I mean, I've never missed a flight, but flights have missed me a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we still make it happen. We still make it happen.
Well, dude, you came from what?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
So I went New Zealand to Sydney, Sydney to LA, Chicago, Chicago to San Juan.
And you lost your bags in Chicago.
I didn't. They did. They did. For whatever reason. I feel it was fugazi because me, Craig, and Paul, they were kind of like, and a few other people online, like probably like 17 people, like getting frustrated.
Yeah.
Someone's about to carry out, and I was just like, oh shit, they're getting frustrated. We weren't allowed on the plane until they had our bags transferred from our last flight to this flight coming up to Chicago. So I feel they kind of bullshitted us to get on the plane, and then they just left our bags back there. So it's whatever. I have my carry-on. I put undies in my carry-on, so it's good. And then Ash already had a lot of engaged gear, so
See,
yeah.
even that right there tells me you're a professional. Like, you had a extra backup underwear in the carry-on.
Yeah, I was ready.
I can tell that when I'm working with a fighter there's a different energy there. Like I was worried for a second. I was like, these guys might be tired. He lost his bags. He's gonna be frustrated. He got here. He told me, he's like, dude, I was sleeping in like trains in China on the come up.
I've been through worse. That's the thing. It's perspective. Even today, I woke up today. Okay, so I posted a little bit on my story today. I woke up today. I had maybe 3 hours sleep from, or 4, maybe 3 or 4 from like say 2:33 a.m. I woke up around 6 a.m. and I was just like, I'm up, but I slept or teleported here anyway, so I had a lot of sleep loaded up. So I woke up fresh, and I was in bed from 6 to like 7 a.m. I was like, right, I'm gonna go on a bike ride. Then I went on a bike ride around the Ritz.
You went on a bike ride this morning?
Yeah, around the Ritz, just like on the little like beach cruiser.
Yeah.
And then hung out. Then eventually I went in the ocean and I chilled in the ocean. The water is so nice.
Nice, right?
So nice. Because even before I hopped in, I was like, it might be cold, so I'm ready for like the cold plunge mentality.
Yeah.
When I hopped in, I was like, oh shit, so nice.
It's like
I
a
just sat
bathtub.
there. Yeah. And then I was just chilling, and I was just grateful. Like I remember when I used to sit. I have moments like this in my head where I go back and I'm just. I remember when I would dream of days like this. Like I would literally be at my old job, sitting by the water cooler at lunchtime and looking at the city, and then people would be like, "Oh, what are you thinking of?" I'm just like, "Oh, nothing." But I'm thinking of days like this. So I thought it was a Monday on a Tuesday, and I'm just like, I'm out in Puerto Rico, at the Ritz on some private beach chilling. You know, September 4th, 2013 is the day I quit that job.
What was it?
I was a metering and billing coordinator, so I was pretty much doing data input behind a screen. So sit there, it's 8 hours a day. You know, someone has a gas meter that was broken, I'll get the technician to go fix it. You know, need to read a meter or whatever, get a reading, all that kind of stuff.
Were you good at that job? Like, were you the champ? Do you have that mentality? Like, were you the champ regardless?
Nope. It wasn't my passion. It was never my passion.
Do you think there's anybody on the world whose
Yeah,
passion is
definitely.
metering?
And I honestly respect that. That's the thing.
No,
'cause
for
for
sure.
me, I had to learn this through Eugene actually taught me, because one time after I first left that job and I was like, finally I can kind of like just live the life I wanted. He was like, hey, people actually provide for their families doing that and this and that. He kind of schooled me on that, and I was like, you know what? There's nobility in that. If you do that and you provide for your family and that's your passion and you do something to make it happen for them. Someone who comes from where I come from, in a lower income like neighborhood from Nigeria, that's their dream. They would fucking kill to make the money I was making back then. They would kill to be living the way I was living back then. So it was perspective. So when I woke up this morning and I did the bike ride, went in the ocean, had a coffee, it's one of those moments I like, because I've never been to Puerto Rico. I kind of just sit back and just go like, yeah, gratitude.
If you start your day with that, you can't have a bad day.
Every day.
Like every single day, if you wake up just happy to be where you're at, like it's hard to go wrong from there.
Saw this on TikTok. Some guy said, if you had the option of $100 million, but you only have 3 days to live, what would you pick? You saw that, yeah. So that shows that, you know, your days are more valuable than 100 million or whatever it is, or even if it's you only have till tomorrow to live. But it's just because we just take this for granted. So I think just waking up and realizing that it's we're blessed. We're all blessed to be alive. Because some people, and I know this, they never woke up the next day. You know, we've been in positions like that where it's like some people just never, they never rise up.
That perspective mentality is such a strong foundation for mental success.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder, right? It's easier said than done, I think.
Facts, yeah.
But if you can get
Reps.
in there, it is reps, and it's one of the many things I think people love about you, bro. Like you've definitely transcended MMA and the UFC. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, and that's why I wanted to split up you and Alex on this podcast.
There's so much meat.
There's so much meat.
So much meat.
The boys got
between
meat.
me and us. You know, so much meat to fillet and get through layers. You know, the fat, the marbling, all that. It's just so much meat between us.
All of it. You guys are A5 Wagyu.
Ooh,
I'm not gonna eat them both at once. I'm gonna enjoy each conversation.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I've been a fan of you guys for forever, and I resonate with you beyond just your ability to be the best fighter in the world, bro. Like even the last speech after Pereira, and we're gonna get into it.
Yeah,
man, you're talking about having that mental fortitude and rising up, and it was one of the most inspiring post-fight speeches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And we as the viewers were riding for you, man. The Izzy fans, like, what a fucking journey this guy Pereira beat you twice in the kickboxing league,
yeah.
right? Came to the UFC again on some, maybe they should have let it go, but okay.
I gave it to him. He wouldn't have got as far as he did without me, because he beat me already, and there's that storyline there. They gave him an easy
For
route.
sure, for sure.
Because if you look at my title run, my run to the title, and then his run to the title, it's not even close. I fought different styles. I fought big names. He fought one like medium name.
This is when I became a fan.
Yeah.
When you fought the big names intentionally.
Yeah.
When you were coming up, you would pick out the hardest guy.
You.
Handpicking Yoel Romero,
Yeah.
the soldier of God, to go toe to toe with. I was like, yo,
Amen.
this guy
Amen.
crazy, is he?
But I'll tell you one thing though. Again, I've said this before. Like, shout out to y'all. He's a beast. He was older when I fought him. I would have fought him if he was younger. But when you look at that fight, me and him know. It doesn't matter what everyone cares, but me and him knew who really wanted to fight that time. And it's and he did it again in Bellator. Apparently, he just kind of stood there and just was inactive.
I've seen these on TikTok.
Yeah,
these speed up compilations on
yeah,
TikTok.
but I mean, like, I was ready to fight. Allegedly, someone made a big bet on me to win. Real crazy. Allegedly, I don't know who, but someone did. So, I mean, I knew what I was gonna do, but hey, shit happens, man.
The whole Pereira thing was so inspiring, and Jake, who we had on this podcast a couple episodes ago, made a comment that we need to cherish people and their greatness while they're still alive, while they're still active.
I appreciate that.
And you're one of those guys where, I mean, you're definitely getting the recognition, but like people I think gotta pay attention, man. Like that in my head as a athlete-ish.
Don't do that. Don't do that. As an athlete, say no. Don't do that. Just
I'm
say,
an athlete, Mom.
Good. You are.
Yeah.
I roll with you today. I can tell.
Dog, these guys beat my ass today.
It wasn't me. It was Craig. Fuck Craig Jones. Fuck Craig Jones. Hashtag fuck Craig Jones.
That guy is so good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's magic.
The guy, his coach was telling him how to tap me out, and he would do it at his leisure. I had no control.
Yeah, that's Craig. That's what he does. Yeah, he does it to me as well.
He told me you didn't want to strike today. And
I thought we were sparring. I thought we were gonna.
No. I was like, look, I haven't. Not because I couldn't, but like, I'm just like, look, I've not since Craig has been with me for like a month now. I've kind of just like, I made a joke. Striking's boring. You know, who wants to fuck knockouts? The fuck, who wants to do that?
Well, because when he came back to the house today, he was like, dude, he's lucky. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't want to strike against me. That's what he
Bro.
was saying.
I know. I am a lucky guy. I'll say that. I am a very lucky guy. We're gonna go casino later on. You find out. I'm a very lucky guy.
No. I got back to the house with a sore neck. My thumb is pointed in a different direction.
That's Craig. That's all Craig.
It was
wasn't me.
Craig. He tapped me out 6 times in 5 minutes.
That's him. It's fun to watch. Well, so it's even fun to be a part of when you're in it. But you learn to appreciate it though. You'll learn to appreciate it because it's just like you do something. Like I'll go for a DOS choke, and he'll get on my back, and I'm just like, how the fuck? And then sometimes I'll know he's about to do it, but he'll still do it. But the best thing with him is like, I get less sucky every time. I'm able to block some of his moves, but then he's like, oh, I got this whole other deck right here of shit I never even showed you, so he can just like.
That's how those
whip it out,
BJJ
yeah.
black belts are. And you know immediately when you're rolling with one of them. It's one of the hardest disciplines I think to defend against, because if you don't know, you're fucked.
Yeah.
This person can kill you and break all your limbs at the same time.
Facts.
Summer's coming. Are you ready to unveil your beach bod? Manscaped is here to ensure your body is ready for the wild with their game-changing full body grooming and hygiene products. Don't be the guy at the beach with Austin Powers chest hair. And if you grew some winter man tits, the least you can do is make sure they are hairless. It's time to get ready for hot guy summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code Logan. I'll tell you what, when I'm shirtless in the WWE or rolling around on a UFC mat, I feel great having no body hair. Manscaped is dedicated to helping you increase your confidence and level up your full body grooming game with the Performance Package. It's always a tongue twister. The Performance Package 4.0. The kit comes with the Essential Lawnmower 4.0, waterproof, cordless body trimmer, and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your grooming routine. This trimmer is the best on the market. It features a ceramic blade designed to cut hair on loose skin and to reduce grooming accidents thanks to advanced skin-safe technology. Inside the Performance Package, you'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer, the Weed Whacker 2.0 for nose hairs, and Shears 2.0 nail kit for your feet. You'll also get 2 free gifts. Woo! Having the right tools for grooming is essential. Do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code Logan at manscaped.com. That is 20% off plus free shipping with the code Logan at manscaped.com. Thank you, Manscaped. Now back to the show. You ran into Pereira at the airport.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's, bro, my life is a video game, man. I've said this since I've known this for a while, but after I fought Derek Brunson in New York, I had when Joe Rogan's in the VMA, I said something about Player One. People think I'm joking about that, but I feel Player One is a title that we can all learn to, grasp, and hold the control of our own lives and learn how to play this shit like a video game. My whole avatar right now, I customize this. The way I walk, the way I talk, the way I hold myself, the way I dress. It's all my avatar. This is The Sims. You play The Sims back in the day?
Of course, dude.
Yeah, put them in the house, make them do things.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Make them fucking watch.
Light them on fire. What? Who would do that? Not me. But yeah, this is real life Sims. So I do the same thing in life, and I just try and play this like a video game. And then this motherfucker, he follows me to MMA, beats me in MSG, and then I finally get my revenge on him. Then he comes to Australia. He was meant to come to the boxing fight, but apparently he heard I was coming and wasn't going to show up. And I was like, I didn't care. I'm not going to be like, oh, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then by fate or by fucking just God playing The Sims, it's like, let me put these guys in the same airport together. Let's see what happens. And then we're there at the same time. And my manager, Ash, is like, that's Pereira. And I was like, what? And I look, I was like, no way. It is him. And initially, I was going to do this. Because I was not stalking him, but I was on his tail for a while, a good 3-4 minutes. So I had the clean shot. Nah, jokes. But jokes. But then no, but I saw him and I was gonna go, hey, but I didn't do that. I was just in case. So I just kind of hey, and then his coach and his girl saw me and they started laughing, and he turns around, is it? Stone cold, no smile, no laugh. And I'm like, what's up, man? And I shook his hand and he's like, because, yeah, that's who he is.
Bro,
I've never seen him show
You haven't
emotion.
had exactly like a traditional post fight. And I want to talk about this.
This new one.
Bro, you might be the king of petty.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
You have been on some shit after that knockout. Every time I saw
Michael Jordan's right here. And I think I'm just over here. Or maybe even a notch above. I don't want to say shout out to Mike, but I think I like to believe I'm petty. Trust me, I will hold a grudge on some people. I can let go of some things. Some things I've let go of in life. Like the first time he beat me, he knocked me. Oh no, the second time he beat me, he locked me out. I let go of that. I wasn't like, I'm gonna get that back. I need to get that back. I was like, you know what? That's life. And I left kickboxing because the promotion I was working for stopped giving me fights. So I let go of that. But what his kid did to me after that fight, it irked me the wrong way. And I didn't really hold on to it, but it was sitting there. It was just in the archives. And then when the time came, I was like, oh, let me go through the files. And, oh, that's right. That's little, he did that shit.
Every day for weeks, every GIF, every edit, every Fortnite edit, every time I saw Izzy post, I was like, this is going to be worse than the one before it. Okay, question.
There's a method to my madness, though.
I want to hear it.
So, you have to realize, strike while the iron is hot. Say example, Puma or whoever else someone new want to jump on the scene, jump on the style bender train. What they want to do, they're gonna ask, "What's your numbers? What's your insights?" So when this is trending.
Run it up.
Run it up. So people think, oh, he's just posting to be petty. I'm like, yeah, a little bit, but I'm running the numbers up. And I run the numbers up, the money goes up. So now I already asked for my insights. Oh, I need your insights for the last 2 months or for the last this. Boom.
Off the
charts, yeah. And I've got people making so much fire shit. Shout out to everyone who's making edits.
The edits.
Oh, they're insane.
The cartoon
I'm not even
edits,
done.
Fortnite
I'm not
edits.
done. There's still some more.
You got
in the
more?
clip. That's not on me. It's the internet. The internet's undefeated. It's what it is.
But Izzy, question. So going into 287, you have this vendetta because of how he acted post the last fight, and more so because of how his son acted post fight.
This is New York. Yep.
Right. So question: if there ever was another Pereira fight, do you worry at all about how he's gonna feel about how you acted post 287?
No, I saw him in the airport. If he had a problem with me, he'll tell me right there.
You looked pissed though. I'll be honest.
Like pissed off.
He made a video, and I wasn't sure if you were.
Yeah, I was
with him.
hamming it up a little bit. I mean, like, it's funny. The storyline's funny that he's always chasing me. You know,
it is funny.
So that's why I was just like, when he made his video and he turned the camera to me, I was like. So I kind of hammed it up a little bit, but then afterwards we talked, went through security, took our shoes off, and then we're waiting for our bags to come through the belt, and then talked about, I was like, Jan next, yeah, because he fought a guy that first MMA loss for me when I went up to 205, and then we talked about, he kind of has the same idea, like we pretty much through our limited conversation skills because of his English, and my Portuguese. We kind of have the same idea of what's going to happen, but I had to let him know. I thought the same thing when I fought Jan. I thought Jan was going to attack me a little bit more, but he was patient. So I kind of let him know, just you be patient too. In more so words, I didn't want to say too much, but yeah, I feel like he can knock him out. He can knock out Jan badly because I hurt Jan. I hurt Jan really bad, and that's why Jan decided, like, in the forefront, I'm going to take him down. He went for the takedown.
Did that Pereira fight go as you had strategized it to go? And
the last one?
Yeah, and when did you have the realization about what was going to be the outcome based on his hands dropping, based on all that stuff? Like, what round was it that you made that realization?
In my head, I had probably 4 different ways that it was going to end. There was no submissions, unfortunately. It was all knockouts, But when I was going, like, okay, look, I've said this before. I feel the shower is the most honest place in the world. I go in the shower and I use it as a tool. That's why I'm waiting for my palace to get built, because I've got a shower that's like I can do laps in, because I need it to be like a simulation chamber, like a hyperbolic time chamber. You're in there with the element of water runneth over you. You're naked and you can think and do whatever you want in there. So when I'm in the shower, I run through simulations and I go through the press conference sometimes. I go through when Bruce Buffer's announcing my name. I don't mean to. It's like Tourette's. It's just visualizing. If you visualize a lot and you're able to, like, when you example, to answer your question, I didn't really have an answer, but like I just knew I was going to finish him and I knew I was going to knock him out. That's the only way. I put it on myself. I put that pressure on myself. Like, I have to knock this guy out. I have to, if I decision him, it's not the same. I have to finish this guy because I knew I can. Every time I fight him, the first time I thought I won, everyone thought I won. Second time, I was winning until he caught me in the end. Spectacular story for him. Third time in New York, okay, I'm meant to get revenge. I'm winning, dominating, and then he catches me again in the end. I'm just like, fuck, and I'm like, I know I'm better than this guy. Bro, if he fights me 5 more times and he beats me 5 times, I don't care. I just have to show I can beat him. That's all. So if it was 3-1, I'm like, yeah, I don't keep score, I settle them. And I mean that shit. It's not about keeping score. It's about settling the score. And I just wanted to prove, fuck everyone else, but to myself, I can beat this guy. I knew I can beat him, but I just wanted to prove to myself I can beat this guy.
Did it feel like you were about to climb Mount Everest? Because I had guys when I wrestled, obviously way less competitive, but like my goal in high school was to be a state champ. That's all I cared about at the time.
Yeah.
And there were a couple guys I just could not beat, dude. Yeah. And when I had to wrestle them, it rattled me a little bit beforehand. I felt like I
can't let it.
I tried to beat these guys, but I just couldn't.
Let it. Even Eugene said it best. He said we weren't going into this mindset of like, oh, we've lost to this guy, 3 times. Now we have to go a 4th time. It wasn't that. It was more like we can beat this. We're beating this guy until we just either lose focus or something goes off at the last bit, and then he gets us. So that's the mindset we went in with. And I just knew I can beat this guy. I knew in my heart I can beat this guy. So I had to. I did it in the simulation. I made it happen in the simulation. And I just knew. Every time as well, when I visualize, I go deep. I feel like, not an out of body experience, but I feel like I can feel the moment. I can feel the energy. I can hear the crowd. I can smell the I don't know, it's palpable, you know, the feeling is palpable.
That shower mindset.
Yeah, exactly. I say this as well. My post-fight showers are a thing. For those who know, if you know, you know. Post-fight showers is where I go in there and also kind of just have gratitude. Same thing. You're in the Matrix. The element of water is running over you, and you just kind of like, thank you. Okay, we got this done, and just reflect of what just happened. Took a while before I had my post-fight shower after this last one. Tootsie's. You know where Tootsie's is?
Of course. Yeah. Wait, second floor Tootsie's getting shoulder rubs?
Yeah, we also.
Bro.
Yep. Thank you.
You know I know.
Is that a bar? That's a Drake bar, right?
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I was going to say earlier on the show, I didn't even know if you really existed during the day.
Yeah.
Because I've run into a number of times.
How many?
And
I've seen you at his house the one time.
Probably 3, 4, and I was going to ask you about this because post.
I exist.
But post 287,
Yeah.
Miami, one of the most electrifying nights. Like, you got it done on one of the craziest nights in UFC history. The crowd, the arena, just crazy. And post fight, you know, 11 is my home in Miami. I always go there. And I show up at 11. It's like 5:30 a.m. And I look on stage where there's usually a girl sliding down a pole, and she's there. But so is Izzy.
And 11. Oh, that's the club. Yeah, 11.
So is Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
And so is Tito Ortiz, and so is Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
And the four
Venom
guys
Page.
are just going crazy with this girl sliding up and going up and down the pole. So I walk up and I say, Izzy, I brought you something, and I handed you 5 stacks of singles like this, like a brick. And I said, yo, that was a crazy fight. And I want to ask you if you remember it, but I already know the answer is no.
I don't know. Actually, I was like,
you were like, thank you, bro. Thank you. But you were roasted.
No, I don't remember. 11. I wasn't. Well, it was packed in there. There was a lot of people. Fucking, like I said, Kamaru, Michael B. Even OBJ came down from the top level, came to say what's up with some peoples, and seen the legends there as well. Yeah, it was a crazy night. Once I asked him at one point, I was like, well, you know, how long do I have to stay here till? He's like, oh, that was about 40 minutes ago. I was like, oh, let's go. Went home, couldn't sleep. It's probably around like 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever. Couldn't sleep. Excuse me. And then after that, stayed up, watched the fight, watched it again. Then I was up just going over some stuff with my couple of my coaches before they left. Then I was up, ate, couldn't sleep, just like. And then I think we went to Tootsie's that night, Sunday. So that was still Sunday. So Sunday morning we're at 11. Sunday night we're at Tootsie's. And then Tootsie's was fun, you know, shoulder rubs upstairs, chilling.
Yeah.
And then I just couldn't even like, fuck, how do I put this? I couldn't even get excited because I was just like, my life is more exciting right now. What I just did was way more exciting than what's happening in front of me with all these beautiful women and whatnot right now. Like, I was just so, like, shocked at what I did. So then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I spent in my room at the Airbnb just reflecting and also running numbers
Posting.
up. Running numbers up. Bro, like, so I was in my bed. I might nap a little bit, get some Uber Eats, and I went outside each day, maybe like 20 minutes or 30 minutes just outside, smoke on the balcony. The boys watching me, chilling. But it was more just to reflect and just, again, run the numbers up. Just run the numbers up. But then, yeah. Then I had a shower. I think I had it on Monday.
4 days later.
No, I had it on Monday, but still, like, yeah, it's one of those things that you just have to, like, you have to reflect. You have to kind of just, like, what the? Because I wrote on my mirror 8 weeks before the fight, April 8th, 2023, Miami, the greatest comeback in sporting history. It is written by me. And then whenever I go in the mirror, after a shower, you're in the mirror, brushing your teeth, whatever, boom, it's right there. I have to see it. And those affirmations stick with you. People don't understand how this works. I know you do. A lot of people do. But like, there's levels. There's levels. No, there's levels. You guys do. Even Jake does. Like, he does before fights. Like, I will knock out Tyron Woodley on da-da-da-da-da. So I understand. I know how the magic works. I've been there. But there's levels to it as well. And there's new levels I have to discover as well. Even this camp, meditation, psilocybin, like microdosing a little bit just to get in touch with that primal self.
Jake swears by it.
Yeah. Just get to that primal, like, get connected with yourself a little bit, you know? Breath work with my coach, Dave Wood. A lot of things just to tap in. And I put that pressure on myself this whole time. Even the post-fight speech, people, I don't want to, he kind of said some idiot said something, like the Munchkin said something stupid about like, oh, I was, you know, we all practice these or that. All I knew was like, when I was visualizing in the shower, I visualized as well the feeling of what it would feel like to lay this guy out. I had like 5 different celebrations. One was against the cage with me facing the cage. One was against the cage where it was with me back against the cage. There was one in the middle. There was a submission. And I had like, you know, if I did this, I'm going to do this. Just like drills. It's like just what I want to do, you visualize. But then the post-fight, I remember just like being, fuck. Like when I'm in the shower, I was like, this feels so good. I feel so happy. That didn't even happen yet. But when you visualize to the way I do, it feels so real because the brain doesn't know what's real and what you're thinking of, what's imagining. So I was just like, I want people to feel how happy I am. So that's why I asked Joe. I was like, Joe, can I hold the mic real quick? And he never does that. So shout out to Joe Rogan for letting me hold the mic. Because I could have been like, I could have said something stupid.
Could have said anything.
And then they're like, get him off the mic, get him off the mic, get him off the mic in the truck. So, and then I just was like, Earth, people listen to me. Like how I feel right now, I want all of you to feel this happiness. And I feel like those who ride for me felt that happiness because of the way the fight turned out, the dramatic effect of how the fight just like went from, oh shit, oh no, Alex is going to be in the same spot again as last time. He's about to hurt him.
Crazy. Yeah.
That feeling, and then just me celebrating afterwards. I feel like those who really fuck with me felt that level of happiness. But again, it was one time in your life. Just one time in your life. I'm blessed to feel this shit over and over and over and over again. And I never take it for granted, man, ever.
I was the litmus test, and I can tell you, sitting in front of you, that we felt that. We felt all of it, and you said it. The one sentence summary is the greatest comeback in the history of combat sports.
Yeah.
Anyways, like, and I don't know how many people are like truly grasping that, which is why like I'm a hypercritical person, bro. Yo, post that shit as many times as you want, dog.
Me too.
Like
Oh,
when you kept posting, I'm like, yo, lean into it. Like
the internet has no rules. Who makes these? Even
Yeah,
some,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
you should have seen me on Valentine's Day 2020 or 2014. This is when I was kickboxing. I was bored one Valentine's Day. I think I might have had my heart broken at the time. And I was fighting that Valentine's Day, and then I seen all these posts about Valentine's Day, and then I'm fighting that night, already waiting the night before, February 13th. It's Adelaide, Knees of Fury. And then I came out to Luther Vandross, Never Too Much. But that whole day, I think I posted 87 times or more. Just like memes, just Valentine memes, and my own caption. My captions were the funniest. Like, memes were funny, but my caption, and then those who loved it. But some people, oh no, this is too much. Unfollowing. I'm like, who the fuck cares? Some people are like, oh, you're only allowed to post twice a day. It's like all these weird unwritten rules. I'm like, who sets these rules? Who the fuck? I'm like, nah. But I was in bed that whole day just fucking around, posting. And it was funny to see people's reactions. Sometimes I do shit as well just to like get that reaction.
Yeah.
Because apparently I'm a rebel without a cause, according to my mom.
I would say that's accurate. Except you got a cause.
Yeah, now I do. But when I was younger, she'd call me like, you ain't a rebel without a cause. I'm like, I didn't even know what it meant. But now I'm like, I get what she means. I mean, I like to push the line a little bit sometimes.
You really are a unique person. I think that's, what she's trying to say.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. You're paving your own path. You're doing whatever the fuck you want, and you have this like magnetism that again people are drawn to. And what you said about visualizing it first, I think people are gonna have a couple reactions to it. Like the idea of you having multiple celebrations planned out. I totally get, right? Because you've lived these moments in your head. It's when you're in camp, that's the one thing you do is you live in your head and you can like ruminate on what that feeling is, and then reality just has to catch up.
Yeah, facts.
That's all it is. Like it's already happened.
Bruh, people don't like, I feel like we understand, and certain people, when you tap into your player one and you are player one of your own life, you can. But a lot of people don't understand, and they just kind of like, they just go with whatever life gives them.
So let me ask then, though, because you can speak from a really interesting perspective of reading data meters and then making the
What
switch.
does that mean?
The meters you were reading back in the day.
Reading data meters.
Oh, yeah, for my job.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I thought you were
What are they
talking about
called?
some, like, scientific
He's like,
shit
what does
like
it mean? I was like, I don't fucking know.
No,
You
no,
said it.
was it data input for like meters, like gas meters and electric meters.
Yeah. So, but okay, so some would say that's a average occupation.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure it pays well, but it's a job.
It did.
So like this. So when and how do you flip the switch from going, I'm going to do this to I'm going to be the greatest middleweight champion of the world?
Well, when I was doing that, that was a means to an end. That was just like, okay, I need to do this so I can work in Auckland and live in Auckland City, which was still is an expensive city at the time, and then live my dream training to be a fighter at City Kickboxing. I don't know. For me, I always just, it's weird. It might be my ego talking, but I always knew I was never going to be just like an ordinary dude. Who put that in my head? I come from a nice family, a very affluent family in Nigeria. My parents, they looked after me. They loved me. They disciplined me. And it was always like, as a Nigerian parent, you're either a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, an engineer, or a disappointment. Those are like
Those are the five.
Yeah, or either one. So imagine when I told my Nigerian parents, like, I want to be a fighter. You want to be a fighter? what do you mean? Like, what?
Who are you fighting?
Yeah, who are you fighting? What? Like, I was just, because no one from my side of the world had ever, like, really made headway in, especially, well, boxing a little bit, but in MMA, mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
So when I was saying that, I was like they couldn't understand. But thing I shot them out for is, even though they couldn't understand my dream, they still supported me no matter what. And when I was in Auckland, there was times I was down on my luck, you know, and Pops, can you give me $200? Just boom. I don't have to pay them back. Now they're enjoying life. I look after them, but they're my parents. And then like they didn't understand my dream, but they still supported their son. But then when they start to see the numbers go up, they're like, Now my parents are analysts. My dad scoped out the top 10 already. Legit. He scoped out the top 10. He knows how I'm gonna beat each and every one of them, or how I can beat each and every one of them.
Sick.
My dad's a very smart man. He's a very smart man. Even my mom as well, she'll tell me. And then when I'll show Ash or anyone else, they'll be like, that's not bad. And that's not a bad analysis. That's like legit. That's what you need to do. Like basic shit. So they support me to the fullest now. And my other siblings as well. I paved the way for my siblings, put it that way. They can do whatever they want now because they don't have to be an accountant, doctor, engineer.
Yeah, they can do whatever.
Or disappointment. Yeah, they can do whatever they want now. So yeah, I paved the way for them.
Sure.
You had this thing in you that told you that you were going to be something great. And I have this like curiosity when I look around, and I feel like everybody that's doing something great had that feeling.
Yeah.
Like, you had that feeling. Even when I was 10 years deep in drugs, like I was like, dude, like this isn't my life. Like I'm supposed to do something more than this.
Yeah.
Do you think everybody has that feeling, and the people that make it are the only people that were able to execute on it? Or do you think that the people that made it are the only people that have that feeling?
Ooh,
you said you like psilocybin. Well, now execute.
Yeah, let's go.
He?
Let's go. Okay, well, I'll tell you one thing.
That deep spot.
Each of us, I learned this maybe a couple years ago. Each of us, apparently, there's like billions and billions of sperms every time you nut.
Yeah, billions.
Billions. I've heard.
A lot of sperm.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
So,
sorry, what's that?
I thought you said
about nut.
No, yeah. Sorry, shower thoughts.
But yeah. So like, for us to be here, I've seen an animation of actually how it works, and to get to the egg and then break through, and then there's a spark, boom, and then you're now a fucking embryo or whatever. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, you're an embryo.
Yeah. So now you're here. You won. You won the race. Congratulations.
Some people would say you lost, bro.
Yeah. Depends how you want to live. Depends how you want to live.
I agree.
So when you're in there, it's to be here as a gift. But a lot of people don't actually realize or actualize their gift. Everyone, I feel, and I'm not some philosopher or some guru or whatever, but I feel like everyone on this planet has something. Even people I used to be friends with. Example, there's someone I was actually really good friends with, and I told him, I was like, look, because he said his dream one time, and I was like, get it done, I'll help you. I'm his friend. I had influence. I had money. I was like, get it. It was actually a good idea. Idea was instead of having police come out to the crisis, like, someone's fucking schizophrenic running down the street, instead of calling the police on them, and then eventually, like, the police don't know how to handle that kind of situation, get a crisis team that's specifically designed to get there and de-escalate the situation and be trained in handling those kind of situations. So instead of calling, like, I thought that's a fucking good idea.
Fantastic.
So I was like, bro, get this done. This is fucking gonna help NZ. I'll help you. Yeah, sure. What did he do? Nothing. Literally nothing. You know why? I don't know why. You gotta ask him.
I have a theory.
Tell me.
Because I have a couple friends like this.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to start a hostage response team.
No.
Yeah. Well, this one's like I did these.
Some
He's still
people,
around.
No. I love Mike.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm saying this.
I did this, but he's still around.
I'm saying this.
Go.
Some people have a serious problem executing change. Change is hard. And
People don't like change.
It's uncomfortable and it's foreign. It is the unknown oftentimes, and that's a scary leap to take.
Are you going to build out the example of what change I'm avoiding? Oh, are you talking?
You took a while to launch 1010 Burger, dude.
Did he do it? Did he do it?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but
what do you?
But
Hold on a second.
No, he only did it because Saudi was like, "We are going to do this for you. We'll do everything. We'll handle it." And Mike had to do it then.
No, but also, and I don't know how he peeled
in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but he still did it.
No, but I don't know how
That's
he
the
peeled
difference.
it.
This guy didn't do it. This guy didn't do it at all.
But
then
also,
eventually-
he may have been doing nothing. I'm
Yeah.
a co-founder and co-host of one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
course,
I have a
of
massive
course.
YouTube channel. I have
Yeah.
a best-selling book.
I
What?
see
No,
you.
no. But
Let him
I'm
know.
just saying. Let me defend
Let him
myself.
know.
Let me
Let him
defend
know,
my
Big
fucking
Mike.
self, bro. All right. But fuck. Here's my question.
I feel like a therapist now. Couples therapy.
No, we need you.
Let's
bro.
go.
Can you help us?
Can help. I'm actually really good.
I believe it, dude.
I'm really good.
You could have been a member of the response team.
Ooh.
That dude was looking to build
Actual,
out.
this is what I'm saying. Things can happen that can help the world change, but it takes people like you, me, any of you guys in here to actually make the change happen. But no matter how long it takes, that might be your journey at the time. You know what I mean? You had some other stuff to go through. Excuse me, ignore. But it's your journey, your time. It's in your timing. But now it's happened.
He okay. I'll back up a second. He is right. I don't execute at the speed he does. He's
Very
Logan
different.
is, and I'm sure you know this.
Yeah.
Logan's very mentally strong,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a reason why the results are the results that you see from his life. And similarly to you, I battle some shit that haven't perfected yet, and I haven't worked on as much.
Me
as
too.
I know.
There's some shit I have.
Yeah, and I'm not using it as an
perfected.
excuse.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes that kind of stuff does get in the way, and I feel like there's probably people watching this that can understand.
Him too, I'm sure, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We all learn at our own pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. I don't know you that well yet to dive in deep into your personal life, but we all do. We all have things that we haven't perfected yet, and we're still learning.
But
Still-
I'm kind of
and I make those mistakes over and over again till life is like, learn, learn, and
No,
it'll keep repeating itself.
I'm gonna touch the stove.
Yeah.
10 times out of 10. Even when I know it's
10
hot.
out of 10?
I'm touching the stove.
I'm crazy
9
too.
times out of 10.
I'm
But-
crazy.
But it's that leap. You know what it is? That I think maybe gives me an edge over most people's ability to execute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care if I fail.
Risk.
I'm not outcome dependent.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah,
I'm
the
not.
journey.
I'm
It's
not.
the journey.
It's the journey, dude.
I never used to be because I didn't learn that. I was focused more on the outcome than the journey until I can't remember what year this was, but it was early on before the UFC. I had to learn like, nah, it's not really about, the result or if you get here or if you do this. It's about the process, the act of trying to achieve greatness. There's a quote. What is it? Aim for the stars, you might land on the moon.
Yeah, even if you miss, you'll land on the moon.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about that? That kind of might suck. Bro.
Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars.
Yeah.
Now, astronomically,
Well, you're not
astrologically, it
gonna
doesn't
make
make
it.
sense.
Yeah, you're not gonna
work,
make it
doesn't
to
work,
any of the
yeah.
actual stars. They're too
Right,
far.
right.
And if
There's
you
one
did,
I-
it's a
there's
burning
one I
ball
kinda
of gas. It's a
metaphor.
burning ball of gas.
Something
which
to-
is
it's like an
explode.
analogy
there's
that
one
you
I-
don't
I-
think about
fire.
without actually having
If you had a
jump in the
space
air,
suit, you
breathe,
just float into
something
space
like
with your
that.
gas
But then I
tank
started-
shot, and then you'd be
I
dead.
do it.
And just flew into space
Yeah,
like a
just-
fucking meteorite. It's forever. Nah, but it's one that everyone says. It's like shoot for the stars or the sky's the limit. I'm like, who the fuck said the sky's the limit? Have you ever heard about the universe?
Yeah.
It goes deep.
You know who said that?
Huh?
Hamza.
Who's
And
that?
Hamza.
Kamayev?
Yeah. He
What? The
said
sky's the limit.
Yeah. He
No, he didn't
you know
make
what else
that.
he
That's
said?
what the
You know
sky's
what
the
else-
He's
what?
trying to transition.
You know what else
Yeah.
he said?
What?
He said the UFC is protecting you from it.
Really?
Yeah,
What is
he
that?
He said you don't want the smoke.
When did he say that? Isn't he fighting Kamaru?
It's in my notes.
It's in the PDF.
Could have never been said ever. Our producer.
I don't see.
You
I
know,
don't
chance
see
it was
anything.
made up.
Nah, literally.
There's a
Nah,
chance it
I've
was
heard this.
fabricated.
Ray, you sure? Recently, he said some shit in the past. Even after he always tweets after my fights anyway. But I don't respond to nonsense. Everyone does. There'll be someone.
just-
There'll be
a lot
like
of people
there'll be
say a
like
lot of
five.
shit.
I'm the champ. Even like when Pereira took the belt, I was still the champ. I wasn't the UFC champion, but they still call me champ in the streets because I'm me. I'm Israel Adesanya. I have that name, that target on my back no matter what. And I said that even leading up to this last fight. Like people were like, oh, do you feel the pressure, has been taken off you now that you've lost the belt? I was like, nah, I'm still Israel Adesanya. Like I'm still the last style bender. They want to fight me because I'm one of the greatest in this game right now. And they want to have me on their mantelpiece or that name like, yeah, I beat him or I fought him. Even if you lost to me, it's still like when it's said and done, you'd be like, man, I don't mean this in the patronizing way, but like you'd be like, man, I fought with Alex even. I'm just like, I lost to him 3 times. And I'll tell my grandkids like, yeah, I lost to him 3 times, but I got him in the end. But I'll tell them how he beat me. And I'll still be proud of that I went through that. I went through that and then came back and beat him. So people always talk shit because it's me. It's whatever, but
I got this video 3 days ago of you responding to him for calling you out.
That's a lie. Wait, to Chamzat.
Yeah.
That's a lie. Wallahi,
So
that's a lie.
all of this is fictitious.
I don't know, bro. You can't believe MMA media. That's the thing. You like sometimes they'll grab
It's like
something.
a soap opera kind of.
Nah, they'll grab something and just run with it, and I wouldn't even say shit. After New York, when I lost to Pereira in New York, I kind of just put it this way: I stopped looking at MMA media because I was just like, you know what? Let me get back to real life.
Yeah.
I trained, helped my teammates. I traveled a little bit. I went to Morea, but then I was just away from all the nonsense, the noise, because I was like, I need to like desensitize. I just need to like move away from that. So whenever you see something, take it with a grain of salt, unless you hear from the horse's mouth. On Freestyle Bender on YouTube, check it out. That's when you know.
So your content.
That's
He's
why
so
your
good. You're a content creator.
So that's why after my last fight, I had a lot of offers. Like people was like, "Oh, come through. I want to talk to you about this." But I was like, I'm still going through it in my head. Let me feel. Everyone wants to be first in this day and age. They want to be first, put it out first. But it's not about being first. It's about being right.
Yeah.
It's like this. So I just wanted to feel
But
how
is
I
it
felt.
though? But is it though? Because it seems like now it's about being
That's
first.
them. That's them. That's them.
Oh,
I don't want to
yeah,
play
not
player
you,
one.
yeah,
I play by my rules. That's me. So I was just like, I'm not gonna just jump at going this and then do this and then speak. I want to feel how I feel first. This is apart from Young Man Rumble, episode 1. This is the first time I'm speaking about this fight publicly. Yeah, on any other platform.
Because we asked you to come on right
Yeah.
after it, and you said you wanted to
Oh
do your.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did. Yeah, again, I had not just you. I had a lot. Like, cause it was such a great story.
Yeah,
and
for
such
sure.
a-
Sure,
They want to
everybody,
get it like
yeah.
fresh. But I was like, nah, let me marinate this. Let me feel. So yeah, that's bullshit. I don't know what I don't even know if he actually said that.
What about this other note that I have
Let's
about
go. Let me
John
see.
Jones?
What'd he do?
He said that you were currently his favorite fighter.
That's a lie. What the fuck?
Bro, call Dylan. Call Dylan. Get him on the phone. John Jones said you're
He likes me, but he's not gonna put that out publicly. Hell no. He'll never.
It's dude. Okay. Here's where I got to draw the line.
that's
It's
a lie.
inside quotes. It's inside actual quotes on the PDF, bro. It's
It
inside.
must be real.
Yo,
On a PDF?
I'll read it to you.
Fuck
I'll read
off.
it to you.
Nah,
I'll read
on
it to you.
PDF, you can't lie on a PDF.
Bro,
How long the PDF is?
Ow.
He said.
I'll sway. How you gonna lie on a PDF, Sway?
It's a PDF, dude.
You ain't got the answers.
I'm gonna read you the quote.
Nah, but Dylan makes stuff up sometimes.
He said.
Dylan?
He said I hate
He's our
to
producer.
say
He
this.
makes the PDF.
Oh, nah, he's doing this shit to fuck with you guys. He's trying to get.
No, there's some
clicks.
stuff in here that like.
He's trying to get clicks.
Oh, he's
That
fi-
is
I mean,
definitely
he's
not
fired.
true. That's all. Well, at least you have me here to set the record straight. Is that Dylan?
No. He's not here. He didn't make it to.
Bro.
He didn't make
This
it
is
to
the
Puerto
quote.
Rico.
This is the quote from John Jones. In the
help me real
UFC,
quick?
my favorite fighter right now. I hate to admit it, but I would say Israel Adesanya. And there's twice. It says it twice.
That's a lie.
Him and I are not friends, but
That's
he's
a lie.
probably the most entertaining guy in the organization right now.
That's a lie. Did you hear this? I'm Googling. But in the meantime, can you help me, Matt? Can you help me with one of these, please? Thank you.
So wait,
Sorry.
so you're telling me my producer
Matt,
produced
Matt,
a
can I
He
get
fake-
lies.
Whoa.
He lies.
Hold on.
Lies.
Wait, assume it's true.
Nah.
Bro,
Okay.
this is fishy.
It's true.
Are you serious?
So is there a chance the Hamzat story's
No
true as
way.
well? Is there a
No
chance
way.
the Chimaev story's real too? I'm getting
That's
your
funny.
because it sucks because this is my job, right? And so now I'm looking like I'm over here looking like a
thought you were
fucking
lying.
idiot.
I was like, nah, he's lying. There's no fucking way. Because on Hamzat one, I was like, I didn't hear. Sometimes I'll get shit, and then like David or my family group chat, maybe my friends group chat will send something, and I'm just like, oh, that's where I get news from. Because I don't follow these pages. Well, the page I don't really like, because I know like they just and just clickbait shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So I'll hear things secondhand, and I'll check, and I'm like, oh, and if I have to respond or want to respond, I will. But nah, is that true? Yeah. When was that? I want to see. That's funny. Isn't you can go back to Israel? Him and I are not friends. We've never met. We've never had a real conversation. So how the fuck are we gonna be friends if we've never had a real conversation, like a proper one? All we've had is beef, and I ain't vegan. But I'm saying no shit right now. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, even he picked against me in the last fight. I saw that because he beat Cyril. You can watch my look. Catch? Sorry, my bad. I wanna fuck your whole phone up.
I mean, that's got to
You
be
guys
cool.
are getting exclusive now. I don't even like to talk about this shit, but like you watch, like for me, I'm growth. growth is something you have to go through as a human being, as a man, especially maturity. There was a point, where we were like, and it's I came to the UFC and I felt like it's up to him to admit this. I felt like he was a fan, but then he was kind of like, there's another, another coming in this game and just like taking the shine. But there's enough room for us to shine. This is not like I said that about Henry Cejudo when he was talking shit about me, and I felt like, I'm not even your weight class. You're a munchkin. Like, you don't have to hate on me for doing what I'm doing. Like, just, we can be in our own lanes and be great. I've been a fan of John since I saw him at UFC 92. He fought Stephen Bonner. Rest in peace. Bless.
Oh, sure.
Rest in peace. And I saw what he did in that fight. No, UFC 94. What am I saying? That was UFC 94. BJ Penn versus St. Pierre 2. No.
Sheesh.
Hold up. Yes.
You a student of the game.
Where were you just looking right there?
No, in the ether. I was trying to go through. I was like, the Rolodex. I was like, which one was it? And I'm looking at the posters. I'm like,
You had to get through all the Pereira posts.
Yeah,
That was the first
and then I was like, okay, cool.
Get out of my way. I'll
Yeah,
leave you
so
right
I mean,
now.
I was a fan. So, and then I think he was as well. But then he mentioned something about like, I'd like to fight Israel, and I was like, why the fuck would this guy want to fight me? I'm middleweight. But then I responded back, and then we had beef, and then for a few years it was like that. Then after I fought Costa, it went really deep, and then that was a fight. That was around the time it could have happened. But I don't know what happened, scheduling, COVID reasons, whatever. And I fought Jan. But yeah. Real recognize real, I put it that way. That's real. I thought that was a joke.
Bro, I'm telling you,
okay, maybe okay, my bad to the producer. What's his name again?
Dylan.
Sorry, Dylan.
Yeah, because
wait, who's Dylan? Are you Dylan?
He's not here.
Okay, he's not here.
Nah, he's like a remote producer.
Cheers, bro. Cheers, lads. Likewise, Mike, cheers. Just fist bump. Yes.
So, okay. So at least I have a little bit more faith in our PDF at this point.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I was like, the PDF can lie. You don't have to trust it. Hey, Mike, look at me. You don't have to always trust the PDF. Just
I
question.
want to be able to.
No. But just have a little bit of like, just question everything. Just
Do
to
you
make
question
sure.
everything?
Fuck yeah.
Everything.
Even myself. You have to question even myself. I'll question myself on certain things. That's how you grow.
For sure.
Because, okay, not recently, but how many years ago, I kind of like, because we all grow up with programmings from our parents, from school, society, whatnot. And then you grow up with these beliefs you had. And then it's just what you believe. Then you grow up and you're like, that's how I feel. So a lot of people don't like pause and, hang on. Where did I get that from?
Yeah.
What's one? Marriage. That was one I was just like, this is what you do. You just get da-da-da-da. It wasn't until I was in college and in my design history class, this lady, my tutor, shout out to Lynn Hurst, she was the one that kind of like used to challenge us a little bit. And she challenged us on the notion of marriage. And I was just like, and then she challenged us like, and I thought about it. I was like, look, I'm the kind of person, if you give me new information and it makes sense to me and it's credible, I am able to change my mind. And it might be like that. It literally might like a paradigm shift and just like, oh shit, that makes sense. Huh. And I'm not attached to any idea or ideology where I'm just like, because a lot of people are like that. Politics, religion, whatnot.
I'd say most people are like that.
Yeah, and they just hold on to it.
To be flexible and adapt one's mind is kind of foreign.
I've been here I've held on to this for so long.
Yeah.
I can't, if I let go of this, then who am I?
Yeah, but how do you navigate in this age of disinformation, misinformation, misguidance,
Question everything.
guidelines? But then when you get answers to those questions, you have to question those answers.
If I'm wrong, but guess what? If I'm wrong, oh fuck, I got that wrong. Oh well, that makes sense for me. Oh, okay, that's foolproof fact. Cool. Then if I find out that's fact, cool. But if I'm wrong, excuse me,
why is it always a burp?
We're gonna make a compilation.
Why is it always a burp then a
do it? Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah. It might be a stomach thing. I don't know. A doctor said it once. I don't know. Maybe.
But even if he said it, like, do you trust him?
Sorry.
Like, you got to question that. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it a stomach thing?
I haven't checked it out because I don't feel like it's affecting me yet.
Right.
If I feel like to a point where it starts to affect my life in a negative way, then I'm gonna get professional help. But everything, I mean that honestly. Question everything.
For sure.
Even myself, I question myself. Example, why I would feel years ago, one of my friends was working in the mines in Australia, and I was living in New Zealand, and this 2010, I just moved to Auckland to start pursuing this dream of being a fighter. And he's like, bro, come to the mines. I'm making 2,500 a week, Australian, you know? And it was very enticing. He's got like 2 weeks on, a week off, you know? And I'm just like, fuck, I wanted to. And I found myself kind of just like, I stopped picking his calls. I stopped really replying to his texts as immediately. Then I was like, wait, I caught myself like, hang on. Why am I feeling jealous? This is 2010. I found myself like, why am I feeling jealous of him? I was like, he's not doing anything that's affecting me. But I found myself feeling jealous of his position. And I was like, oh shit. And I feel like once you identify that monster, you can kill it.
What you're describing is called self-awareness.
Yeah.
Now,
Player one.
I've met a lot of people.
I'm not a bot. I'm not a
You're
fucking
a real person.
I'm not an NPC. I don't roll around and just well, this is nice today, isn't it? Press A. Like I don't play that. A lot of people do. Fuck, Jeff's seen it. Jeff's watched me with fucking many fans, and it literally, shout out to my fans. I love my fans, but I also meet a lot of NPCs, and you're not unique. They all have the same storyline. They're all the same. Sometimes the same dialogue. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've got this as well.
Let me say something.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way. I also think you're extremely fucking right. Unfortunately, that's where we're at. The world.
I say how it is.
The world
Fuck
needs
fame.
drones.
I love the perks,
bro. The world needs drones, and
I love my fans.
I think a lot of people aren't gonna take life into their hands like you have.
They have to if they want to be player one. If they want to really like be the controller, hold the control of their life and play. I've said this before. It's on record. I've been like, I love my fans individually. When I've met some fans individually and they come with respect and I give them respect back, I'll give you even more time. You've seen me, Jeff. Correct or no?
So
there we go.
You reciprocate energy.
100%.
Yeah.
But then when you come with entitlement and the same NPC dialogue and you think I owe you some shit, then I'll just like, no, I'm not doing this.
What are they asking you for? What are they saying to you?
It's I either want a photo or something, but sometimes also they want more as well. If you give them an inch, I've learned. If you give them, you've seen this. Come on, man, you've been in this game so long. You give them an inch to take a mile. But for me, when I talk about this, like individually, I really like fans. But sometimes in mobs, they're so stupid. Most times in mobs, they're so stupid.
Mob mentality.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's for the fucking pack. Oh, they all saying this, so this must be true. And then they just like same rhetoric, and they're just
But it's human nature, is he?
Yeah.
It's human nature. Just like I want to touch on the self-awareness thing because I've met a ton of people with amazing qualities, but the one quality that I cannot get past if you don't have it is self-awareness. If you have no regard to what you're putting out, how you're acting, and like ability to identify what you're feeling and why, you're gonna be a tough person to be around.
Just question yourself. That's why.
Always. I mean,
You do as well. I can tell.
I do, but I'm hypercritical. But like, I think it's a general note for a lot of people.
Well, it's also a learning process. I mean, you weren't always a self-aware
I wasn't.
individual.
No,
I'm not.
I wasn't either.
No, but I'm saying, and I surely wasn't either. You have to grow into it. It's definitely something that comes with wisdom and time and learning and and better understanding the world around you.
I feel like it's always there though. There's always whoever you are in your life, there's always a point where you could have that. And some people aren't blessed with that, but I feel like there's always a point where you could have that opportunity to like, okay, why did I feel that way? How did that make me feel? Why did I choose that decision instead of this one? And then I literally will sit down. I used to be a night owl. In camp, not so much these days. I get sleep because I realize sleep is fucking important. It's really good, and it's one of the best. Eugene my coach was telling me this for years, and then when I finally one day I had this epiphany, I told him, he's just like,
That's what I've been telling you, dog.
Actually, and then I was like, yeah, I know, but I finally get it, and I realized. So when I used to be a night owl, though, I'd be up all night. I might be stoned, I might be sober, I might be on YouTube, I might just be chilling, might just be in my head, but I'll just go through certain scenarios in my head. Again, in the what do you call it? Like the simulation, just figuring shit out, figuring out myself. How do I feel? How do I want to live my life? What do I want to do?
Checking in with yourself.
Yeah, checking in with myself. That's my time. You know why? Because the whole world's asleep. That's why I liked it. Everyone else was asleep. Vamp life, night owl. I was like, everyone's asleep. I felt like Batman, but just in my house.
You know what I feel like? You know what I feel like gives people that ability to check in with themselves, that ability to be self-aware is prime. No, being humbled.
like that prime. Really? How? Actually, I was like, I caught what you said. I was like, I seen. Where you going?
He
Oh,
does,
okay,
bro.
fair.
I hate when he does.
Oh no,
this.
go do it. No, go do it. Do it.
I drank too much Prime.
Yeah.
Great drink, but I really gotta pee.
Go do your thing. Go do your thing.
Nah, it's I have a theory that everyone could use a good humbling, and for some reason, unfortunately, but fortunately in the long term, taking an L, failing, falling short, is the most beneficial thing that can happen to a human being.
Facts.
Obviously, when it happens, it's the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But if you can learn from it and grow from it, you're gonna be so much stronger and know so much more than you would have had that not happened.
Facts. You see, New York. After I lost, right, I get for the third time lose to this guy. Second time by knockout or TKO. You know, I go backstage. I go backstage, and I see my family. Actually, the New York one I didn't invite my family to. Only my brother. My brother David was the only person I allowed because he works for, you know, he actually invented my YouTube channel. So shout out to him. He made Freestyle Bender. He made it happen. So I let him come because he does a lot of the filming and whatnot.
Just too much on the line?
I just felt like I wanted it to be soldiers only. That was my quote for that camp. I was like, soldiers only. If you're not a soldier, I don't want you here. And I told my family specifically, I was like, I don't want you guys here because I didn't want to deal with all that. But then I saw him backstage and I let him know I was okay. I called my family straight away. I was like, I'm okay. I just want them to know I was okay because I know that my mom would have been crying. I know my sister would have been crying. I was like, I'm okay. I'm fine. And then something that shout out to Andrew Schultz. He said when I did the flagrant,
You did it right after the loss, right?
The next day.
I thought that was an amazing decision.
I did hot ones. Also the press conference as well. I rolled up. Guess what? I wore my AP on.
Yeah.
Fur coat, shirtless. I was outside.
I felt like you were unaffected.
Because I've had worse shit happen to me.
Yeah.
The world don't know about it though, because I don't put my shit out there like that. But I've had worse shit happen. I've lost in life and love and friends and family. I've had so much worse shit happen to me, even with myself. So I was just like, this is nothing. But then, because it's on a world stage, I feel like everyone's looking at how they would take this loss through my lens. So they're like, oh, fuck, is he okay? Is he okay? But the one thing Andrew said was like, seeing you, because even when he saw me, it was like, on the place, like, seeing you be okay made me feel okay. So it's like, oh, okay, it's okay. Like, he's okay, so we can chill.
I felt that too.
Yeah.
I felt that too. I follow Andrew. I love
care,
Andrew.
that's why,
Like,
yeah.
I saw it and I went, oh, I thought this was gonna be like devastating for
Everyone
him.
thinks I was like, oh, like I'm gonna hide under a rock.
Yeah.
And just like cry for days. I hate losing. I fucking hate losing. Don't get me wrong. I hate losing. But, and it's not a flex, but I know how to take a loss because I've taken it so many times in my life in different avenues. So this for me, I was just like, it's just fighting. I've lost before and I've come back and I'm fine. And normally when I come back from a loss, I knock the other guy out.
Yeah.
Wallahi. Each of my losses from boxing, kickboxing, MMA. Even this last one, I just lost to him. I came back and I knocked him the fuck out.
Are you religious?
I'm spiritual.
So LA.
Oh, that's funny.
You've been in LA for too long.
Well, also I stay from the devil's asshole. I love LA and Vegas. I love those places, but actually, even in Vegas, I just have to live off the strip. Same with LA. I just have to stay away from the city. But I know me.
Where would you, Izzy? Where
does
would
it
you
mean? What does it mean?
No. I know me, and I know my limits, and I know what I can handle or deal with. Because I'm human. At the end of the day, I'm regular. I'm just another dude, but I do extraordinary shit because I am player one. But yeah, I just know I grew up in a religious household, but when I was young, Sunday school, I remember asking, I've told this before. Have I told this before? Yeah. Oh, you know the story. Yeah. Okay. I remember asking like my Sunday school teacher, well, if God made the world, then who made God? And no one had an answer for me. I asked my parents, and then I asked my housemates, and one of my aunties, I remember I kept on asking for like a whole week, and she goes, if you keep asking that question, you go mad. I was like,
Okay.
Okay. No, yeah. Then that was when I was like, okay, I don't think these adults really know what's happening. I don't think, because I was probably like 7, 8, but I remember thinking like, no one has it, like, because I was just like, it's a simple question. I was like, all right, God made the world in 7 days. He created, let there be light, boom, Genesis, you know, whatever verse that is. And then I remember just like asking like, well, if God made the world, who made God? And then no one had an answer for me. So then now over the years, I've gone through a renaissance with religion in a sense where like, I know how many people wrote the Bible. I know it's written by so many different men and was misconstrued. And then there's the new King James version. But I've also, again, I've been on some trips where I feel like I've been there. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I feel like I was like, oh, and then we connect and we talk, or not English, but like, you know, and I'm just like, okay, bet. And then now I'm in a spot in life where even recently, like you see some of my posts, I'm like, yeah, you know, thank God.
I saw it today.
Yeah, I don't like using like the word God got really triggering for me at a certain like phase of my life because it felt like it was almost like the word what's the word? It's almost like it was like people would like overuse it in a way where it's like, oh, it doesn't really mean what it means. Even like woke. Woke used to be fucking like, if you're woke,
It was a good thing.
you see what's happening.
yeah.
But now like woke is like these other people of
Oversensitive.
yeah, exactly. And now it's like a negative connotation with it. So you can't really use it in that sense. Hey, shout out to Engage. Stay woke, stay broke.
Isn't it crazy to see a terminology or a word
Change.
have such a flop?
Gay used
flip-flop
to mean
like that?
happy. Now you means you
Right,
like
right.
men or women of the same sex.
But
you know?
but yeah, two different definitions is one thing, but to have something go from a good thing to just a severe bad thing is just
That's
wild.
it's
but it's
weird.
also life.
Yeah, some words are like that. So I've seen that with woke, and I've seen that with religion, and the word God for me was like that at a certain point in my life through my maybe not teenage years, maybe like 19. Okay, I started drinking at 18. Not that I didn't believe in God, but I just like I lost my virginity.
When?
And then 18.
Did that help you?
That
believe in God
surprises
more?
me.
Why? You thought I was a whore? Shut up.
I don't know, bro. You
No.
good looking tall dude.
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't always this way. I bloomed very late. I was short. I had a same size head, skinny body, so I looked like a lollipop. And I was also a black kid who moved to New Zealand. I wasn't really what people was looking for.
Hey,
So
it
that's
ain't
kinda
about where you
like-
start, bro.
I ain't even
You know
done
what I'm
yet.
saying?
I ain't even.
Like-
I'm still glowing up. I'm still glowing up.
Yeah.
But yeah. So for me, I don't know where you're going with that question, but like, yeah, the word religion for me, I won't say I'm religious, but I understand that in this world we're spiritual beings living a human existence.
Jake, you and Jake would have.
Bruh, me and Jake
Field
at that
day.
party after
Yeah,
you,
you know.
in
Beat the
LA.
shit out of the breath work.
I was at the house. and
my
then
God.
me and so at the party, I pulled up to the house. I choked you from the back.
Yeah.
I was like, I whispered some sweet nothings in your ear.
Yeah.
And then, we're chilling. I seen Jake shirtless with like 2 watches, 5 chains on. And then me and him eventually just dished everyone and just kind of like walked around the house with like 2 other people and then just yarned and just talked about life.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah, so me and him just like connecting. That was where I first realized because I didn't really know who you guys were like properly because I didn't really.
That was the first night we met.
Yeah, but like I mean like on TV or YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But because even before that fight, I had to do my research to be like, okay, what does he do? And I learned so much about him. And I was like seeing all the stuff he was getting, all the hate and whatnot. Like, oh, this guy, I think it was his second boxing fight.
Yeah, he beat Nate Robinson. that
Yeah,
night.
so it wasn't meant to be a boxer. And I was kind of like talking to him that night, and I realized like, oh shit, he's crazy.
Yeah.
No, literally.
that was the realization.
Because I never met him
motherfucker's
before. No, I was like,
nuts,
oh, he's
bro.
crazy. I was like, he's legit. He really wants to do this. And then every time anyone asks me about him since I met him, excuse me, that night, reflex. or
Is
whatever.
that what it is? Like
Maybe.
acid
I don't know. We'll find
I'll
out.
see a doctor. If
I'm
it's
alive.
serious. As far as we
Nah,
know.
but that night though, I remember like there's a point though, we're just chilling, talking for ages. I stole one of his ideas in his room at that house with the tank, but I had another idea with it. I was gonna put it at the beds here, the headrest, and it was gonna be in the wall, like literally a fish tank in the wall.
Sure.
Yeah, because I like the way it illuminated
Yeah,
the
it
room.
was cool.
So we're chilling, and I was just like, he's crazy.
Yeah.
He's gonna do this. Like, or if either he's crazy enough to make it happen, or he's gonna fail. But he's crazy enough to try. And guess what? I can relate because when I was coming up, it was like, I'm gonna win King in the Ring on this date. I would tell anyone who was gonna watch or who I worked with at that time, I think months before, I'll be like, I'm gonna watch King in the Ring on October. I'm gonna win this tournament, this kickboxing tournament. Like, oh, okay, good luck. Like people would look at you like, the fuck, this guy just telling me. And then when I won, first thing I did was, told you so.
Yeah.
And I won it 2 more times after that, and then 2 different weight classes. So I understood from that point. I was like, he crazy.
Yeah,
and I like that. I like that. So yeah, I'm just feel like I've learned this recently, like over the last 2 years, maybe, like we are spiritual beings living a human existence. We're not humans who then go into like the ether or whatever. Who knows? I've never died.
Who knows?
Yeah, but I'll be to the other side a little bit.
I'm sure you've had a couple ego deaths.
Yeah, not a couple. Yeah, a couple. Yeah, a couple.
Also, how do you know you've never died? Like, how do you know you're not a reincarnation of another?
That's player one.
Okay, player one. Okay, you know what?
That's player one.
New life. I don't.
Question everything.
I don't. No, that's also one thing I'm not afraid to do as well is just admit, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Because a lot of people will feel like, especially on the platform, you're on the podcast, you're like, I don't want to look dumb, like I don't have an answer.
Powerful words.
Yeah, but I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So even maybe this is like the last year and a half, 2 years. Yeah, I just like, actually, I don't know, because everyone wants to feel like they know. Everyone wants to feel like they're smart. They Neil deGrasse Tyson or some shit on anything, or with even Bitcoin. Oh yeah, I know this and that, and then I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Very powerful words.
Let's find
Very
out.
hard to say.
But guess what that does? It relieves you of the responsibility, or is it responsibility? It relieves you of the fallout if you act like you know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, and you try to pretend you do, and then eventually like, oh shit, yeah, I fucked that up, you know. And then you get to learn. You actually get to learn if you just say, I don't know. Also, it's good for yourself to say, I don't know. Then you kind of like verbalize it and like, oh, I'd like to find out. So actually, I don't know if we've died and this is a reincarnation. I have no idea. I'm not gonna be one of these people that I was a warrior in my past life and this and that. I might have been a fucking watermelon salesman in my past life.
You might have been a
cabbage
watermelon,
yeah,
like-
I don't know. I was thinking of Avatar. What's the guy on Avatar? The cabbage. My cabbages.
I know. You.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I might have been that guy in my past life, and the one before that I might have been a fucking dung beetle or some shit.
Yeah.
You know. But now this is where I'm a warrior in this lifetime.
Yeah.
And then who knows if I die and then I get reincarnated, I might be
a dung beetle again.
Prime energy.
That'd be prime energy.
might be Jeff's son.
Might be that dude's son right there.
Yeah.
I feel like I should mention the whole reason why you're here, like what's happening. We're at the end of the podcast, but
are we at the end already?
I mean,
No
I want to get
way.
Volk.
Yeah,
I
we got
want
Volks in
I want to
here.
get
Oh,
Volk
yeah.
on.
Hey,
You know,
the greatness.
but no, dude.
You mean while I'm wearing this fucking nice ass?
That's what I'm saying.
By the way,
right now?
VVS, dude, that's
VVS.
like 250 G's right there.
Nah,
Dude, we're
lies.
we're-
No way.
No, it's
Bro.
not, it's not 250. It's not 250.
I was gonna say
It's-
Drake
what
gave
is
me
it?
a nice chain too.
No, I think it's
I think it's between
close.
20 and 25.
That's nice though.
It's-
It's not even about the price. Fuck the price. It's about what it signifies. I feel like I'm in my prime right now.
Let's go.
I'm in my prime
Let's
right
go.
now, and I'm riding this shit. So this right here, it fits so perfectly.
I mean, dude, it's an honor to give that to you, to give that to Volkanovski. For those who
We
saw the
appreciate it.
announcements, man, the most disruptive beverage in history has just signed 2 of the best fighters in the world to our team. And you guys are the first 2 official Prime athletes. Israel Adesanya, Alexander Volkanovski,
sir.
and that is representative of this, I guess, first venture we have into sponsoring athletes.
Appreciate it.
Man, we're so stoked.
I gotta
to
give
have
you a
on the
chain as
team.
well, but I'll find a logo or something. I'll give you one later on.
Whatever you want, man.
We'll figure it
I know,
out.
I know you got engaged. I would
Yeah.
like some.
He gave me actually. He was the first one. Ash from Bill Castro was the first one.
Oh, is that
to
mine?
give me- yes, it is.
Oh,
Speaking
oh,
of
I
which,
got a backpack.
engaged.
I got
Got
a
you a
satchel.
backpack.
Oh, that shit's
My
Put some stuff
God,
in
we
there.
going camping.
You can share some stuff as well. Yeah, bet. The Haunted Tee and some new ones as well you'd like.
Sharp,
So, yeah.
sharp.
No worries, man.
But nah, bro, we're glad to have you on the team. I'm stoked you
Thank
came
you.
out here and choked me out with your boys.
It wasn't me. It was Craig. Fuck Craig Jones.
You
It
got
was
me
all
with
him.
the triangle.
Oh yeah,
I watched the video back. I forgot at first.
Oh
and
no,
then-
actually, I forgot to. You just reminded me. I was like, oh yeah.
No, yeah, it was.
No, wait. You got out the. Oh, the first
I got
one.
out
You
the
got
first
out the first
time.
one. Yeah.
The second one you cinched it
That's
up.
right. Yeah.
But
true,
bro, I
true.
only got out because
You
you
know
said
what?
you
But
could
one
get
thing,
out.
yeah, because I was like, it's not. It was tight, but I was like, if I wanted to cinch it up, I could have. I was like, nah, you can get out.
Yeah.
So you didn't go down. I was
was
like,
good.
good.
They
I'm a
were
good
working.
coach as well.
You are, dude.
I'm not one of these
glad
guys
you
who
took it
just.
easy.
Also, one thing I appreciate, you don't roll with ego, because I've had some people in the past when I go to certain gyms all over the world, and it's just like people, you know, I'm Israel Adesanya, I'm the champ, or I'm coming up, or whatever. Back then, and they're just like, oh, okay, it's my chance. This is my chance to like show. I'm just like, bro, even sparring. I'm like, no, it's not about ego. It's about learning.
Never, ever,
Yeah,
ever. I mean,
nah,
as,
but I like
as
that. And I
fresh
know
as
you also.
am-
I know you were tired, and you haven't been trained like I have, or he has. But like, yeah, you're strong. That's one thing I'll say. You're very strong, but also you're capable.
Thanks.
Yeah, capable.
Yeah, I might have to do a
One, just
UFC
one,
fight.
just
Yeah,
one. Nah, you do one. You will do one. I know you'll do one. Even Jake will do one. But it's about finding the right opponent that'll sell.
Let me tell you something that's slightly problematic.
Walk. Are we about to get impulsive?
A little bit. A little bit.
Are your impulsive thoughts about to win?
No. This it's not an impulsive thought. It was an impulsive seed that blossomed into what's like a kind of it could be a redwood one day.
What's a redwood tree?
It's a big ass fucking girthy tree.
Oh, I love a girthy tree.
I had this idea. One day. I said to myself, I don't think there's ever been a simultaneous WWE, UFC, and boxing champion at the same time.
You ain't fighting me.
You're the same weight class as me.
I'm not fighting you. It's not.
We can't. We can't. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Sit down.
Izzy.
Sit down.
No. I won't do it.
Good.
I'm telling you, even after today, I'm not gonna do it.
No, it's not even that. It's just like for me, like to get to no disrespect, but to get to where I've gotten to and do what I've done.
You don't even have to.
Okay. What's on the
Don't
tip?
say it.
Yeah, there we go.
Don't say it. This is where
That's why I love you. I love you for that. The respect. Thank you.
Self-awareness, brother.
Yeah.
Self-awareness,
My
brother.
God.
Come on, dog.
You just went up on my book, legit.
Don't be silly.
You just went up on my book. Yeah.
Here's what happened in my head. You know, I'm an optimist. I'm an idealist. I have the visions in the showers too.
Of course.
I said to myself,
How big is your shower right now?
I'm gonna be honest. It's about half the. It's big, dude.
Let's
I
go.
could do a lap.
I want that so bad.
It's got 2 heads.
I want that so bad.
It's good.
Yes.
2 heads
To
on each side,
rainforest.
so I could go from.
Let's go. Laps. Let's go. That's the one.
But I said to myself, I could probably do WWE. I feel confident I
I
can
saw
get a
the belt
WWE
downstairs.
championship. They made it for me. It's a replica. It's not real. But I could probably cinch a WWE championship. I'm confident. I think I could do it.
I think so.
Boxing, it's one of the like lower tier. There's 100 different what is
You
a
can
real
do it.
boxing
Yeah, I know,
championship
I know.
nowadays? I ran into a problem with the UFC championship.
Why?
Because you got the belt. I'm not doing it.
Good,
I won't
good.
do it.
I appreciate. Even Jake, when Jake said that, someone said it to me. I think David sent it to me ages ago. Said about Jake said you're the only fighter who would never fight. And I was like, oh, respect, because you know why? You know, sometimes when I meet people, and then they'll say something to my face, and when I leave, it's a different story. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's life. That's people.
Yeah, I know. But like, especially at this level, especially, with what we do as athletes as well, I'll say it after off air, but I was an athlete and I was like, what the fuck would you say that stupid shit? Like, I was right in front of you.
No, my story won't change.
Nah, but no.
I have no interest in
No,
fighting
but I
you.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course, bro.
Love that. Thank you. And also, look, I like you.
Thanks.
I respect what you're doing. I respect what both of you are doing, because against all odds, against the naysayers and saying, nah, you can't, because they didn't really know your background, you still said, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway. And you did it.
Have to.
You know what I mean? Even that right there, I was not excited for that fight. I was like, what the fuck? What do you? I was like, no. Listen, I was like, what the fuck? You should not be in the ring with him.
Yeah.
But guess what? You were. And I found myself the day before getting excited. He got it on tape. And I found myself the day before getting excited, like, oh, shit's going to happen. And then when it was about to happen, it was a Vittori 2 fight. I remember because of the hotel. It was a Vittori 2 fight in Houston.
No, it was in Arizona.
Fuck, one of them. And then the day it happened, I was like, this is happening. Yeah. Holy shit, this is happening. And then there was a point where you rocked him or you did something and he started to spaz on him. I was like,
yeah, I pressed all the buttons on the controller, dog.
Bro, honestly, not because you
crazy.
but he just shelled up. He's just like, let me hold on. But then the thing is, because you're so big, you can fuck him up. Like, even if you hit him behind the head, And I was just like spazzing out. But guess what? It was entertaining. It was a sporting moment. And he's already a great. Like, look, even if you knocked him out, I would never I would never be like, oh, now Floyd is done. I'm like, nah. What he did when he was really like boxing with those guys, that's dope. But now he's doing all exhibitions. If he gets caught, he gets caught. Or if you knock him out or whatever, that's cool. But it would have still been a good story for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
And you did well. You did well in that fight. You didn't get knocked out.
Thanks.
Because guess what? Nah. Yeah, you didn't get knocked out.
I mean, that was low-key the goal. I think afterwards I gained a confidence that I wish I would have had beforehand. Like weathering Floyd Mayweather does something to you.
Of course.
Like,
Come on.
I was excited, bro. It felt like a glitch in the simulation.
Yeah, facts. Who said that? I think there was a point when you were looking at the camera while they were announcing your name. I recognized you. You were like,
Yeah. I said it. I said it right before.
You broke the fourth wall.
Thank you,
You
bro.
broke the fourth wall.
you have
Where's
to,
your
bro.
drink at? I want to cheers you too.
There we go.
Yeah, give him one. Yeah, cheers, Mike. See, that's my love language is touch. So all my boys complain about it. Not complain. They just noted to me one time that I dap people up a lot when I'm, because I like to.
It's good.
I think
Also-
I think the only picture I have with you is us dapping each other up.
Bet.
In Australia. in
But with my teammates, if like with the boys, that is, if I don't sexually harass you, we're not friends.
I feel that.
I gotta smack your dick. I gotta smack your ass. I grab your tits.
We're
That's
supposed
me.
to go to the casino tonight, and I'm kind of scared now.
No, you be fine. You be fine. Don't worry.
fine,
It's
you're
all above pants.
It's mild.
Above
Oh,
shorts
PG.
and shit. Yeah. PG. On some PG shit. Like grinding on the thigh.
Hey,
high school.
Dude, the chick I'm with might try to fight you.
Yeah. Nah, me. I'm good. Bro, what chick? I'm good. I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm
She
just
might
chilling,
try to-
man.
She might try to fuck you.
She'd
too,
lose. She would lose.
She would lose.
I don't discriminate. It's all right, man. If you can crawl, we can brawl. I said it already.
Speaking of all this touching, this is what I meant. There's a lot of meat in this
So
podcast.
much.
I mean,
Let's get some more meat on here.
Well, I mean,
Hey, let's
fuck.
get cooking with Volk. Where you at?
That's what I'm saying. We got to do a whole Volk podcast.
I'm gonna sit right there. I'm gonna watch. Yeah.
So you're trying to get this Hamzat fight or what?
Hamza. He's got Kamaru next.
Aren't you different? You're
Different weight classes. But he missed his last fight. Did he miss weight? by
Oh,
how
he was
long?
way over. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, don't wait. Trust me. I'm not scared of no one on this fucking planet. No one. And also, guess what? I like a challenge. I like a challenge. You know what I mean? That presents something unique that I haven't. Oh, I've seen wrestlers before.
Bro, it's a big fight. It's a big
fight. You
It's
know
a
what?
Very
He
big
talk.
fight.
Guess what? That's why I like that. You know what? Like my boy Carlos said, cheddar makes it better.
Oh, it's a money fight. It's a
Fuck
whole,
yeah.
It's a super fight.
But he's got Kamaru, and I think after that, he's probably gonna go for the title because he's already. If he, he got Kamaru. He's got Kamaru coming off a loss as well, off a loss to Leon.
Yeah.
But I've got bigger fish to fry. I'm gonna be there in July, and I'm gonna see what's up.
bigger fish.
Bigger fish.
Super or
No, not with Rob, not with Rob. No, not with Rob. With Duplexis. Like, there's a story about that. That what's her name? Posted from Thailand. Joey. From Thailand. She posted a picture of. Where's my phone? Hold up. Let me show you on my phone. I'm sure you can forecast this bit on the podcast. Hold up. She posted a picture. Okay, let me scroll. Stop laughing. I know why he's laughing. You behave yourself. You behave. But she posted a picture of a lot of guys training in this little room in Thailand before they had the big open space. They had this little room where everyone trained at. And they had me, Brad Riddell, Alex Volkanovski, Kai, who's fighting next week. The second makes what? It's Tuesday. Fuck, this weekend. My bad. My time is lost. But either way, it's this picture.
Much time in the shower.
Yeah.
A lot of laps. A lot of laps.
Ones. But shit, where is it? You can see us. Do not swipe left or right. Just hold it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see that's the little name. And Drickus is right there in front of behind Volk.
Yeah.
And I'm there as well.
And?
So you know what's funny?
What's
breaking
funny?
news? What breaking news? I'll give it. I remember this. We actually sparred.
Oh.
Yeah.
One of these stories.
I don't know, but hey, sparring.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying. Like, also, you know what? I'm coming from China. I was doing kickboxing over there. I had no MMA, nothing. I was just kickboxing. I had MMA already back, but it wasn't sharp. It was blunt. My jiu-jitsu was blunt, very blunt. So when we're sparring, I don't know if we did 2 rounds in one. It's so long ago as well. This is 2014. Yep, 2014. So long ago. I remember like on the grappling, he had me. But on the striking, I just messed him up. But I can't remember exactly. And he had a twin. I don't know if I'm sure he has a twin. I swear to God, he has a twin. He has a twin.
We're getting a no from the teammate.
Nah, he was there back then. He has a twin.
He
He
said
doesn't?
we're getting a
Question everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How do we know
are you
for
sure?
sure?
Mike knows. Let's go, Mike. Let's go.
Cheers.
All right, what do we got to bring Volk on, right?
We do
Because
got to
I'm
bring
waiting,
Volk on.
and
No,
also-
but we got to close this one out.
Yeah,
Well, no, I'm not saying right this second. I just mean like we should move in that direction. You got to get ready for the casino because we got a long night ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what we do.
He's gonna go to
I'm still training tomorrow. No way. What? Oh yes, my film.
What are you making a movie?
Bro, okay, let me show you the not the I don't think it's the cover, but it might be the cover, but it's coming out in Tribeca Film Festival June 11th. Oh, wait, what month are we in?
It's
I thought you were losing track of days.
Hold on, it might be out.
Whole months.
Honestly, ever since I stopped working, slowly the days start to escape me. So this is my
What is it, an indie?
It's a documentary about my
Sick.
professional
that's
life so
dope.
far, and a little bit of my childhood, a little bit. I've watched this
Sick.
film twice now. I've watched it twice. I watched it when it was first kind of just finished, and I watched it recently as well. And I'd say one thing about this film. First thing I said was like, men need to see this. Men need to watch this film. Not just men, but like they tested it with like a group of 500 people, and they said women within 19 and 38 or 40 something loved it. They loved it because, again, I'm the kind of guy that I'm very, because we're men. Doesn't matter. We still have a feminine side and a masculine side. I'm in touch with both. You know, this is why online people think I'm gay. Like they literally think I'm gay. It's the whole thing. That's my boyfriend apparently. My manager Ash. They're like, I see him in the cage with them all the time. They always hugging and shit. Must be a sugar daddy. That's my nickname for him. It's my sugar daddy. You know what? Because he when I was down and out, when I had no money, and there was one time I was like down to my last $300 right before I jumped in the UFC. He's always looking after me before that, but then he spot me like 10 grand. And just like,
How did you have that kind of money?
My man, Engage.
Can you spot me?
No way. Oh, it was like a reverse.
So he helped me out.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
So it's kind of cool. So anyway, they think it's my boyfriend or sugar daddy. But anyway, it's because I'm the kind of guy that I'm in touch with the masculine and feminine side of me, and that's like the duality.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of guys that walk around with all this shit, like, you know, I'm like, why would you want to walk around with that on you all the time? I don't have to act tough. Just fucking Google me.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't have anything to... Who said it recently? 50 Cent said it recently. He said, like, only broke motherfuckers fight.
Except you, dog.
Yeah.
No, on the streets at least.
Yeah, like on the streets.
Yeah.
Like, people who have shit to lose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Why?
come on.
Honestly, I get my knockouts alone are worth $50K US. Alone. That's the knockouts. Alone.
Wait, how much?
Like a bonus. $50K US on like a bonus, like my last one bonus. But I get
Bro,
paid.
that was like billions of impressions. They should.
Yeah,
probably be worth a
don't worry.
little
That
bit more.
below more. Like
No problem.
No, I've said this. The UFC sometimes they bump it up to 100 for certain cards. UFC 200, I think they did, or UFC 100, they did. They were like, hey, bonuses are 100K. But when I knock someone out, I know I'm gonna get a bonus. So I was like, my knockouts are worth $50K US.
A bonus is bonus. I don't
Exactly.
want Dana to be upset every
Yeah.
time I go to a fight.
Dana
My
will
seat keeps
fuck
going
you up.
further and further back, bro. When I was at 287, I was in row 6. I ain't trying to be
Why
in
in
row
row
15,
6?
bro.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Dana,
But like-
I think these bonuses are great. I
Yeah.
think they're the perfect size. You know what I'm saying?
They go up. They just signed with UFC,
WWE, yeah.
merger, $21.4 billion company.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, they can go up. It's
Yeah.
been a few years. Like, hey, inflation's been going up. The bonus got to go up. That's
Yeah,
how
that's
I
a
feel.
fact.
But I've told him this. I've said this publicly. It's not crazy. But also, why would I want to fight someone and not get paid?
Yeah. No, you wouldn't do it.
What the fuck?
And not to mention, you got weapons, bro. attached
Yeah,
to
I'll
your
get.
wrist. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
assault with
saying?
a deadly weapon. I know there's that as well. But also, like, I have too much pride in my art to just use it on a street fight.
Yeah.
Unless it came to a point where, like, literally my life was in danger. I'm not saying no one do something stupid because you will lose. But, like, unless my life was in danger, I'd be like, Okay, well, now I have to fucking end this guy because also there's no referee in a street fight. People forget. They think, oh, no, the streets is different, bro. No, it's like, yeah, there's no referee to drag me off you. I will kill you.
Yes, it is different. It's very different.
Yeah, it is very different.
No, that's
So I have
that's
to-
crazy.
I have to remind people. And even like when I walk around with my team, right now you see Big Paulie, former King of the Ring champ, my boy Mayo, one of the other Garden Gnomes. It's not really for me. It's more for other people. I'm sure you got some stories. Who's broken into your house?
There was a guy.
Yeah, a guy.
There was a guy.
I heard about a girl. Maybe that's someone else. But I'm sure.
That sounds like the beginning of a porn, dude.
Probably. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. Well, yeah, I'm sure.
No,
there's some
your
stories, but
security and
I
your
have
team.
them around. It's not really for me. It's more so I can live my life and actually enjoy myself and actually get to just be regular. And it's more to protect other people so I don't end up on TMZ for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, of course.
Because I still haven't for the wrong. Well, I mean, some fan gave me some knuckle dusters or a weapon, and I ended up on there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Airport,
stupid.
right?
Oh, we saw that. We
It's
saw
still,
that.
I'm like, ugh, I don't take shit from fans anymore because of that. But like, I gotta protect myself. But at the end of the day, it's more to protect them than to protect me.
For
'Cause
sure.
I can look after myself. I'm sure you can as well.
Well, we're gonna have to look after ourselves if we don't get Volk on this podcast.
Yeah,
soon,
you're
bro.
right.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie
okay,
to you,
I'm
bro.
out.
He's gonna
Okay.
beat the
Hey,
fuck
boy,
out of
Izzy,
me.
thanks for coming on, bro.
No, thank you.
What a
This has been
great,
fun.
what a great show, man.
Thanks for bringing us to Puerto Rico to hang out. It was for
Yeah.
a few days. Like I said, after one of my fights in the States, I'm pulling back up for a week. I'm gonna be at
Yeah.
the Ritz. I
Please
might
do,
see
bro.
you. I'm sure I'll see you.
Please hit me up.
Of course, man.
And this isn't one of those like things where we say it
course.
and then
No,
don't
no,
do
no,
it.
no, no,
Hit me
no,
up.
I
We'll
know,
grab dinner. We'll hang
We will,
out.
of
It'll
course.
be
I'm sure
sick.
We'll grab dinner tonight, and I'll see you at the casino.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Israel Adesanya, ladies and gentlemen. Snake eyes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Take it easy. Peace.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant. And you know who we got in the motherfucking building? It's the champ. The champ is here.
Let's go, baby.
Izzy, the last
Let's go, baby.
better Adesanya. Okay, listen, I've been waiting months to ask you this. Months to ask you this.
Let's go.
You said in the ring, when you got the mic from Rogan, which is rare, I don't know how you got that mic
Shout out
from
to
him.
Joe. Shout out to Joe.
But shouts to Joe for giving it to you. I think he understood what that moment was for you.
But also, it could have gone silent. Imagine if I was one of these dudes and I grabbed the mic and I was just like, I don't know, bleep this. And then I'm like in the truck, like, get him off. And Joe's like, You would have gotten so many new fans.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it could have gone either way. So for him to give me the mic, and the thing is, so when how it happens is like when I'm in the shower. This is I've always said the most honest place in the world. I was visualizing. I visualized so
I'll be
much.
visualizing in the shower too.
Yeah, and I
Probably
have
different
to.
things though.
Yeah, I mean, so do I. But you know, for fighting, when I do, it's like I feel everything. And I remember being so happy while I was visualizing. I was just like feeling so happy after the fight. Like when I visualized the win, I visualized the knockout, I visualized the press conference, post-fight, pre-fight, fight week. It just goes, it's like Tourette's. I can't help it. I'm used, that's how I manifest. I use my imagination. So when I was visualizing, I just remember being so happy. I might have been on shrooms in that shower, but as I was visualizing, I was so happy. And I was like, man, I just want everyone to feel how happy I am right now, just once.
You said that.
That's all I wanted to say, and everything else just came from player one, and I just like a vessel, and I feel like a rapper. I was literally just flowing, and when I'm in that flow states, it just happens. So
Describe the feeling, because you said it.
Yeah.
And it felt like you meant it. It didn't feel like it was prepared. It felt like in that moment, I wish you could feel what I'm feeling. Have you ever felt that happy in your entire life, childhood included?
Yeah, I have.
What moments?
Ooh.
Great question.
That's a good one. Okay. I want to see if I can say. Let me see. Okay, one recent one. Let me think. Even getting, when I got Cinderoo, my cat, rest in peace, the day I got her, I was so happy. So happy. I used to have this little front pack. I'll put her in it. We'll go for walks and things like that. I felt happy like that many times in my life. But for that moment, that's top 5, top 10, one of the greatest moments, not in my career, in my life.
Izzy, I know you did not just compare knocking out Pereira to buying a new fucking cat.
No, I get it. I got a cat. Cat daddy.
He didn't prepare for that answer in the shower.
You need more time in the shower.
But like, it is like,
I've been waiting months to ask this question. I'm not going to ask him online. I need to know in person.
It's relative. It's relative. So for me, that moment was awesome. And I just want everyone to feel, I feel like those who don't
So
like
either train for decades or buy a cat.
either one,
Yeah,
either one.
okay.
Same. But it's all perspective. It's relative.
Yeah, pussy's pussy, bro. That's what it is.
But yeah, for me it was like, so when 2 seconds. When I was in that moment, those who don't like me, they'd be watching that fight and be like, yes. I've seen so many reactions. I watched so many reaction videos, and I'm like, yes, finally, again, it's gonna happen again, and then, oh shit. Example, so who don't?
Oh, so it was,
Or people who love me, they're like, oh no, he's against the fence again. Oh no. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The contrast of those two feelings, and I feel like those who really loved me felt the happiness in that moment.
Bro, let me tell you. Let me tell you. The whole building woke up. I mean, it was just insane.
Yeah.
It was just I don't know why I went to the TV.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a vibe. Yes.
But yeah, I don't know why. Like, it's a weird reaction. Like, you go closer to the
Volk did
thing.
the same thing, and you go,
Why?
slave!
Yeah.
Slave! Yeah, it's passion.
I was in someone else's house and I just started jumping up and down like crazy.
And we got neighbors here. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just jump up and down. Bro, it was just so unbelievable.
And it was exactly what you described. I was scared.
Yeah.
And then when you flipped it, all that went to sheer joy.
Yeah.
I legit was screaming. My wife was like, dude, neighbors are gonna think you're like beating me the way you're yelling. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. My dog was shaking. It was like fucking crazy.
Bro, and the arrows. Perfect.
Oh my God.
Just from an improv perspective, I mean, you pulled out the whole
Oh,
quiver.
that was planned.
And
This
then you
motherfucker-
shot.
You've been waiting to shoot arrows into that motherfucker for years.
As a dancer, like, even with Crump, we have characters sometimes we were just like, we bring on the dance floor, you try and like emulate. So that helps me be able to create moments like that. And I remember telling the referee, shout out to, what's his name, Dan Mergliata, because when he come give you the rules, I just remember, bro, if and when I sleep this dude, I just need you to let me have my moment. I won't touch him.
You said that to him before the fight?
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
I told Dan, I was like, let me have my moment. I was just like,
It gives me chills, dude.
yeah,
We need that video.
Unbelievable.
No, we need that video.
I think he would have filmed it. Yeah, so I was like,
Wow.
when I sleep him, just let me have my moment, because I've been waiting how many years for that. I said it last time in New York as well, but it wasn't my moment then. It was his moment. Great story for him, but I was like, let me have my moment, just because I won't touch him, I won't hurt him, he'll be there, but just let me have my moment, because I've been waiting so long to soak this up. And Jeff's got a cool photo of me like, just like in my head rehearsing it.
How long has Jeff been filming you?
For life. Nah, he's buried 2016.
So what is that now?
It's like a year in his MMA debut.
8 years, something like that?
Yeah, he's been following me around. You know Jane Goodall?
You said it. Anyway, we're going to get to a tripod one of these years, bro. It's been 8 years. This guy's been holding a camera like this with his arm shaking for 8 fucking years.
Tennis elbow.
Izzy refuses to get him.
Also-
Ash won't get him. Hey, bring that camera back up. What the fuck you doing?
Fun fact, this nigga won $50,000 off a $25 bet.
What?
Wow.
On what?
Yesterday. Yeah, on
Oh, I thought on you.
Yeah,
No.
I thought we got some insider trading. I'm going to get knocked out of New York. Jeff, I'm not going to pay for you, but I'm going down to the fifth.
Tripod money, let's go.
Oh, that's what happened in
Get
November.
the gimbal. Nah, but but he's been following me around for a long time, and even with the film and stuff, he got a lot of the raw footage, and I can be myself around him. And I say Jane Goodall, like, he studies me because he's seen me with so many different situations, so many different fans, and he knows my go-to line sometimes. You know when I have to, like, NPC these people because they give me the same energy back. But yeah, I can be myself around him. He knows when to film me. He knows when not to film me. He knows when to, like, be a fly on the wall. He's a big-ass fly on the wall. He knows how to catch certain moments, and that's why...
That's why the documentary is fire.
Yeah.
I saw the documentary last night. It was incredible, and I want to talk about it later, but there's still this moment in your life that is obviously pivotal to you, but there's times where I don't know how big a deal it is for you, right? Like, when you came here after the loss, you really taught me how to lose and deal with loss. You know, and I mean that sincerely. I'm very grateful for that. So when you got the victory, I saw the joy, but there was also part of me that was like, well, he was fine after the loss. Is he fine after the victory? Is it sweet? Like tell me. I remember texting you. I remember texting the boys, and I couldn't be there, but you know why? But I literally was almost like, I'm about to fly down to Miami.
That was crazy,
bro. I'm about to fly down to Miami Monday.
We tried to line that up as a podcast.
Yeah,
Bro,
I know we tried, and also even like a lot of people tried. But then for me, I just wanted to.
I told the boys, I go, fuck the podcast. I want to go party.
No, Miami.
Because I knew it was
in
gonna be
Miami.
crazy.
So I finished work around say 1:30 a.m. Go to the Sunday morning 1:30 a.m. Get to the club around 2. Tim, Club 11. Shit was crazy. It was packed. Even OBJ pulled up, said what's up. Everyone else, you know, the Nelk boys, Mike, all these other different people as well. Chuck Liddell and Tito on fucking stage. Adekule Gold, Michael Venom Page, Kamaru Usman. We're just hanging out. It was a vibe. And then I didn't sleep till about maybe 4 p.m. because I was just up and I studied the fight a little bit with my coaches. And then Sunday night, Tootsies, upstairs, shoulder rubs. Had to. And there was even a point.
There was a point.
How many arrows you shoot that?
Well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, put it this way. I told one of these.
A few Brazilians went down to Miami.
Hey, man. Hey. But, well, they went down, but I couldn't go up, put it that way. But what was this? It's because I was just so excited. Actually, I told a dancer that I was like, I'm just so excited with my life, like right now.
You're adorable.
Yeah.
He's a dancer too. He's an actual
A dancer.
Was she crumping on you?
Yeah.
You're in that flow state, though.
No, but like, so it was a point, you know, you get a lap dance or whatever. But at one point, I was just like, you think you conquered the world, you want to do this. But I was just like, this is not even exciting to me right now. I was like, my life is so exciting. That's why I'm just, it's not you, it's me. I'm just, life is
Wait
so...
a minute. So you weren't bricky for her and she got upset?
No,
No, hold on.
It's something.
Ash, shut the fuck up, Ash.
That's what he was doing.
Bro, get a camera on Ash. Ash is the wildest human being on the planet, and he just went like this. But I think he's going, tell the story about when they both sucked it.
No, but like, so for me, I was like, my life is so exciting right now that this is not, you think this is what you want to do, what you're supposed to do, but I was like, yeah, it's cool to be at Tootsie's, it's an iconic spot, but I was like, this ain't even it right now. Like, my life is so exciting that this is not doing it for me.
Yeah.
So that night, after Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I stayed in my room. I just chilled in my room. Yeah. I was on my phone a lot. I was farming. Because again, people don't understand the numbers game. You got to run the numbers up.
What does that mean?
You do something crazy like that. I know what it's like. My Instagram, socials, all that kind of stuff is going up. So when these new companies want to see the insights,
Oh, you're calculating the reaction.
yeah. Wow. So I'm always on my phone just farming, and I had so many memes, I had so many clips, I had so many things I wanted to say. I got receipts. Okay. So you know, I'm farming, and then when they
and you're posting a lot more.
Can we see the insights for the last 2 months? Boom, the numbers is up, the money's up. So people think, oh, you're posting too much. Oh, get over it. It's only. I'm like, nigga, it was only like 2 days ago. I'm gonna post as much. There's no rules to this internet shit. Yeah, so I was posting, I was farming.
Tell Eugene that shit.
Yeah. No, I do. He understands it, but he doesn't like it. You know, but
There's a great moment in the documentary about this that we'll touch on later.
But so for me, I'm farming, I'm making money, and Wednesday, get home. First thing I do, go see my teammates, say thank you, because they put so much work into me. Even leaving the gym to go to that fight, whenever I leave the gym the last day, when I turn around and I bow and I leave the gym, I just like, it's a thing of like we're about to go to war, you know what I mean? It's one of those ones. Time. So I go back to say thank you to my teammates, then I go grab my dog, Toothless, and I take my shoes off, go to the park with her, because she don't give a fuck who Stylebender is. Yeah. She's like, that's my boy, what's up? And anyone that try to say what's up, I say what's up. Any photos, I'm like, I'm just chilling, man, thank you. I'm just hanging out with my dog. Yep. Hang out with her for 2 days. And then that's my way of trying to like come back down to my reality, just balance myself, you know, ground myself. Yeah.
Before you get there, I need to know what's happening when you're alone in the hotel room reflecting. Just take me through.
Let me know, I got an Airbnb now because these 5 hotels get crazy.
Okay.
Can we go back 2 nights before that? You improv this.
Oh, that, yeah.
At what point do you look at Pereira's son and you're like, this little motherfucker?
Oh, yeah. That was payback.
This, I still think, that's just iconic. Like, I didn't even hesitate. Literally, it's just like visualization, man. Yeah. I've been here in my brain, and it just happened. I was like, right.
Was it 3 for a reason? Was it 3 for the 3 times he got you, or?
It just happened.
Okay.
Now it is. Then when it happened, I was like, it is. But I find when you get to the cage, right, you can see everything. So hyper aware. I can see literally the nosebleeds. I can see where Trump was, Mike Tyson, Kid Rock, Dana White, and I knew where his family was. And then straight away, I was like, where's that little... And then I remember his sister was trying to, because they were crying, and his sister was trying to shield them. And I was like, and he looked at me, I just went, whoop. And he got it straight away.
He knew.
Yeah, he knew. Of course, he
They
knew.
were
Come on,
crying.
man. Yeah.
I mean, that's fire.
I mean,
That's
bro,
fire.
if my son did that to someone I knocked out, I'd just be like, what are you doing? Come on, man. Like, I'll make him apologize and I'll make him.
He did it in the ring too.
Yeah. That's why I'm right
while
in
you
there.
were asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? So for me, I'm petty. I am petty. I took that personally.
Yeah.
Very personally. So I had to let him know. I don't react, I respond. And I take my time when I respond. Yeah, the world knows.
They knew. That was a wild situation.
That was fire.
How old is he now?
15 or
Old
something?
enough.
That's what I was saying. That's the fight everyone wants to see.
I think we need to make that happen.
You versus Pereira's son,
I
bro.
think we need to make
bro,
that
imagine.
That'd be funny.
Just for the anime. Just for the anime, bro. You gotta let it happen.
Maybe I'll see. I can still fight. Maybe we're at 40. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Play Call of Duty or something.
Yeah.
You guys gotta hash this shit out 100%.
Nah, I think he's cool. And I haven't seen Alex at the airport. People think like it's gonna be like.
I actually
life
love
is a
your
video
guys'
game,
relationship, man. It's like there's this weird thing that happened. Yeah, there's a fascinating thing that only you guys understand because you've only been in the ring with each other. But a real cool thing happened afterwards. He didn't seem to hold much of a grudge against you. I also feel like he probably feels full because he knows he's gotten you before. You get your revenge, you have this respect for one another, and then you did this interesting thing backstage. You started asking him about that leg kick that he throws. That's a tricky fucking leg kick, too, because he doesn't turn his hip at all.
And also, he's just a massive human being.
Yeah.
We're both 6'4", I believe, but his head is just
he's
so
a big
big.
6'4".
Yeah, he's a big, he's got a big head. I've got big hands.
Yeah. Well, all right, bro. Come on now, son. Come on. Come on now, son. Why you gotta pick me? Pick that motherfucker, Pick me. Go, Archives. Put your fucking little hand up.
You know what time it is, right? That makes your dick look smaller. You know that, right? Your dick looks smaller. Unless it's
bro.
Exactly, bro. Like this. I be trying to wrangle my shit.
He's just a massive human being. But the way he throws that leg kick, he doesn't turn his hip over. And when it hits. Like the first strike that landed in that fight was the leg kick. And I was like, in my head straight away, I was like, again?
Again? Yup.
I was like, again? And we were ready for it. Me and Twist, we knew the counter to it. But afterwards.
All right, fine. Keep it.
But afterwards, when I watched the fight, I was like, every time he threw a body jab, that was a setup. Because a body jab, he'd be low and then just boom, whip. I was like, fuck. But when he hurt my leg, and they did hurt my leg, but I used it, I was like, fuck, well, that's blood in the water now. So when I saw his confidence starting to grow, I was like, right, I'm just gonna just move back a little bit and just shell. I used that move twice.
You did something early in the fight
Which one?
that had me fucking terrified.
When I tried to brawl with him.
Son,
Yeah.
the first time he steps in.
Wanted that.
But I knew you wanted it, and that's how I knew it was kind of different. But and I was actually, afterwards I got excited. But the first time he steps in, he threw something, you put your hands up, and then you swung, it was maybe 2 or 3 shots.
Boom, boom.
I don't know if either one of you guys actually landed, but I remember going, what the fuck is going on here?
After that, the next combo, he landed a hook, but it didn't even affect me or anything like that. But in that moment, usually in this camp, he was like,
I like that you guys didn't run.
Yeah. Oh, no. He said, I want to be more offensive-minded.
Yes.
He said, I want to be, and I was like, thank you, finally. And I even told him, like, you're going to be stressed out in this fight.
Good.
I told him, I was like, you're going to be stressed out because I'm going to be in the fire.
Son, I was so impressed.
You watched the last sparring. I remember, like, my leg was hurt because injury in the camp, 2 weeks out from the fight, fucking bad.
The meniscus?
Nah, it was a MCL.
Yeah, meniscus.
MCL, yeah. English.
Yeah.
But like for me, when I was sparring, I was with my sparring partners, I was just like, they were trying to take it easy on me. And I was like, nah, give me the fucking
give me the work.
I want to feel the fire. So when we're in there, I was like, finally, I just wanted to feel like I was in a fight. It's been a while. Because everyone else is too scared. They all try to pretend they want to fight, but they want to survive. So I was like, he beat me. I was like, fine, he's not going to run. Let's go. I want to be in the fire. And then I was in the fire and I was thriving. So when it happened, that whole sequence at the end, I blocked all the shots apart from the body shot. The knee even missed. I blocked it.
It was.
When I got that. I got the read and I was like, boom.
Now, when you're in that corner, are you thinking, I'm going to get an opening? Did you have any of that planned, or are you just like, keep your head up and keep, okay.
Rhythm. I remember just like being there, like, okay, we're cool. Because I gave it to him. I was like, right.
So you're thinking we're cool. You're not panicked in this. Because I'm panicked to watch it.
It's more like just muscle memory because you train so much. It's just it's body. Your body response. When I say muscle memory, that says it can retain information. So my body can retain the information from the work that we've done. All the
It's a reaction. You're not even thinking about
it.
You're
Flow
just
state.
going.
We're just going. So when I was like, my legs hurt, and I know he's hungry for it right now. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna give him the look. I back up against the cage, and I made sure I took care of everything. You see, my eyes were on him the whole time. Dead, locked on. I was on him the whole time. And when I hit him, boom, that didn't even feel like nothing. But what was cool?
The second one was crazy.
No, what was cool was when I sprang off the fence. I literally felt like a vortex. I went zoom. The speed. I was surprised. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Boom, and I killed him.
No, it was the overhand right. That was
what made you go on the defense?
Because my leg was hurt.
So it was a leg.
Yeah, my leg was hurt.
Because immediately after the fight, you're like, nah, I was playing possum.
No, I was playing possum. So I used it as bait. You know what I mean? Like
it was hurt, but he leaned into it.
He knows he landed a leg kick, so now he goes, "Oh shit, I'm hurt. I'm gonna retreat."
So I know he's hungry for it. He wants to try and he knows I'm hurt. I know I'm hurt, so I know he thinks like, "Oh, it's gonna be over soon. I'm about to knock him out." So he got careless. He started to throw with no defense. He wasn't even like he didn't knock on the door. You got to knock on the door, like check.
He thought you
look at a guy like Ian Gary. Shout out to him. He's fighting in Vegas as well. I think is he fighting in Vegas? Oh, he just fought recently. Yeah. But you look at his last fight. He beautiful finishing sequence, but he knocked on the door. You got to see if someone's home, see what the reaction is coming back.
Yeah.
So he didn't knock on the door. He just got confident. Thought, I'm just gonna barge in. But you gotta wipe your feet before you come in my house. Saying.
But it's interesting is it looked like you were looking for that right hand. Because
I was.
There's a
during
sequence.
the fight, yeah, during the fight I was. But thing is,
you almost caught him early in the center of the ring.
I kept on catching him, but I wasn't catching him at some points because he was just leaning.
Yeah, he'd lean back a little bit. Yeah.
So that's why I was like, right, if Moses can't go to the mountain's gonna come to Moses. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna give it to him. So I gave it to him, and then I gave it to him.
And there was the last time when you almost dropped him in the first round.
Same sequence.
This time you made it a point to adjust and be like, no, I'm gonna drop him this time.
When I did as well, I fired back. So like I said, I came off the fence, boom. And then the hammer fist was awesome. It was just something that I remember when it was happening as well. It's crazy how much thought, like the brain just has all these like flashes of things in split seconds. Yeah. I remember just like, this is for everything. Boom! Bro, it's just happening.
A hammer fist from the gods is what Rogan called it.
From the gods. Oh, bro. It was one of those moments, like I said, greatest 6 weeks before the fight, I was doing a psilocybin trip because I wanted to like get in touch with my primal self. So I had a trip, some mushroom chocolates, and then I had the shower. And after the shower, I wrote on my mirror, April 8th, Miami 2023, the greatest comeback in sporting history. It was written by me. So every time I looked in the mirror, I'd see it, and it would just affirm it to myself. And then in the car, I'll just recite it randomly. It was like Tourette's. So when it came down to it, greatest comeback in sporting history, written by me.
Wow. Unreal.
I'm curious about the mushrooms. How does that help you access that? Like, what was that experience like?
So you can do microdoses, and it just helps you, I feel like, tap into yourself. So I started to, like, grunt. I remember just, like, I would just sit there and just, like, listen to lo-fi music. And I'm like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just, like, breathing. I just lie down. You feel your breath, and you just, like, it's a personal experience. But for me, I wanted to tap into my, like, primal self, like the dog in me. You know, that dog in him. I know I do, and I know I can beat this guy. Look, he can fight me 10 more times and beat me all 10 more times. I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to prove to myself I can fuck this dude up because I know I can. First time, I fucked him up. Judges gave it to him. Second time, I was beating him, fucking him up, then he got me. Third time, same thing. Out here, MSG, I was fucking him up, then he got me. And I'm just like, fuck, I can beat this guy. I know I can. So this one, I was like, this is my 8 Mile moment. Yeah. I have to do it.
Now, humans love these stories, right? Like, we love the underdog stories. And because so often we feel like underdogs in life, and the story doesn't go that way for us.
Yeah.
So when it does go that way for someone, we exalt them, right? We like gravitate towards them. I'm sure everybody in the world in that moment was in your DMs and texting you, and talking to you, and FaceTiming you. I know that, and obviously from watching the documentary, but also just from knowing you for years, that like, how do you start to like create a little bit of barrier, a little bit of separation for the adulation? Like, do you take it all in and you go, okay, they really love this achievement? Do you go, oh, I'm that great and they should appreciate me like this?
homeboy said, "You're never as good as they say you are. You're never as bad as they say you are. All that matters is how you see yourself." So I take it all in. I appreciate the love, even the hate. It's just fuel. It helps me, but I don't hold on to it. Even the love, I never hold on to it. I used to back in the day when I was young because I didn't understand. Same with the hate. I used to because I didn't understand that sits with you. So I appreciate it. I take it, but I let it go. I let it pass through me, but I appreciate it. And yeah, you just have to. It's about how you see yourself. Fuck what anyone else. Who's your flatmate up here?
Yeah.
What's he saying to you? You know, that voice in your head. So that's what I worked on this camp. I was isolated a lot. I literally just like anything that wasn't in line with this fight, cut it out of my life. Anyone, cut them out of my life. That was it. Yeah.
Did people understand?
They got it. Like my family already knows, but people, I mean, if you're on that level with me, you're on that level with me. Yeah.
You had an interesting line in the documentary that spoke to me where you talked about being a people pleaser.
That still rears its ugly head once in a blue moon, and I understand it now, so I'm able to like recognize it, like, I'm doing that shit again, then I pull it back. And that's why I have like my big brother Paulie or Ike, they shadow me, because when I get drunk, I'm like a Labrador or a Golden Retriever. I'm just like, everyone's my friend, buying shots. But then I'm not, I think it came from when I moved to New Zealand. It was a coping mechanism for people to like
want to be accepted.
Yeah,
for sure.
Are we twins?
Yeah.
No, but like it was something, you know. So it just, and even if people didn't like me, I'd still try to fit in, try and please. And then eventually I had to realize that I wasn't meant to fit in. I have to stand out.
Yeah, but the tricky thing about being a people pleaser, the great thing about the documentary, and we just watched it, was in the Tribeca Film Festival, and I don't know where people can see it.
Not yet. There's still like few screenings left, I think.
Okay, so go check it out. Stylebender, it's called. If you can, get tickets. But it was this great observation of dealing with fame.
Yeah.
And that line was so interesting because being a people pleaser when not that many people want you to please them is easy.
Yeah.
Being a people pleaser when the world is asking for you to please them becomes anxiety and stress, and you can get resentment for all these people that are trying to take your attention from you, you know? And like, there's this moment in the fucking doc where like, you're walking down, maybe you should describe it, but like you're walking down the street in your old
Isn't it
neighborhood.
crazy how on that day they decided to come film what I was describing a few minutes beforehand actually happened. And that's why I had to move from that house. I wasn't living there at the time when I was filming, but my dogs were there.
Yes.
But then people would just come knock on my door. And
He was living in like a neighborhood.
Yeah, like a cul-de-sac.
Everybody around,
Burbs,
like, everybody knew
and
who
that
he
was
was.
my first house.
Yeah.
That was my first house. Now,
Glowed up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like Chinese in New Zealand now. I'm buying everything. Yeah, ni hao ma. But yeah, so I just needed privacy. And I'd tell people like, "What are you doing?" And like, "Oh, but can I get? I'm such a." I'm like, "Bro,
People
this
would
is my
knock on the
house."
door and just be like, "Hey, can I get a picture?" And he's complaining about going through this, and it is like a little bit of an invasion of your privacy, but at the same time, you have this people pleaser part of you, right?
What did I do in the documentary when he knocked?
Bro, immediately goes out, takes a picture with the whole family, etc. Right?
Yeah.
But it happened right after saying that this is why I had to move out of the area.
And it just happened right there.
But here's the thing:
Yeah.
if you're not a people pleaser, you just go, I'm just at home right now, I feel good. When you are, it actually creates a greater anxiety because you feel like you've let those people down. Now you have this guilt you're carrying around. So now you resent the people for giving you the guilt that you're carrying around.
What I've done now is protect my energy. So even now, I'm okay with saying no, and I don't have to explain myself. So when I tell people no, I'm fine with it, and I don't care what they think or, because you know when at the beach you feed one seagull, and they mine, it's like that, and they think, oh, at the airport, oh, just one, bro. I'm like, bro, you're not the only one like this. I can case 5 people. I know what it's like to be a hot chick, bro. I walk in the bar and I know, okay, this guy's looking at me, that table's looking at me, that guy's approaching me, da-da-da-da. They come, oh, bro, I gotta buy you a shot. I gotta buy the champ a shot. I'm good, bro. But imagine if I was a hot chick and it's like, I gotta buy you a shot. No, I'm good. They still push, but when I'm like, yo, I'm good, I'm okay with it. Because there's been times I'll say yes and it'll sit with me. I'm like, why did I give that person my attention? And it'll sit with me, like literally eat at me for about 3 days, maybe a week. And then I'm just like, and it might be something so minuscule. But I was just like, fuck, I should have said no.
Was there a specific moment when that switch happened?
Can I
It's over
guess?
time.
Can I guess? Can I guess?
Look at his mustache is
this is
twinkling.
documentary stuff. I don't know. I'm like looking at these things and I'm like, these are formative, moments of your life.
Yeah.
There's the footage of you. You're like an outcast. You're kind of bullied in New Zealand. Maybe few friends or no friends. You do a talent show.
Yeah, at high school.
In high school.
Yeah.
And like really kill it. And just by himself does like the breakdancing, right? Yeah. And then you said afterwards, immediately after that, I had some street cred, I had some clout, people want to be friends. So now friendship and love is transactional. You can resent people for that. Oh, you like me because I'm nice at dancing. When I was nice to you before and just wanted to eat around people, you didn't want to fuck with me at all. But now that I could break dance now, whatever. And I wonder if you can like extrapolate that to also winning. Yeah. Oh, when I win, everybody wants to hang out. But when I lose, now the DMs aren't flooded.
Yeah.
Or maybe you don't even realize it in high school, but when it happens as a pro, that's still there, and then
it's
they
triggering
connect
shit.
both, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I think it's over time it happened.
We're like
but
Oprah, bro.
Yeah, oh, bro, it's like therapy.
Deep, man.
How much you paying for the session?
Yeah. I gotta know how much you paid the Winnebago girl.
Nah, she's awesome. Shout out
She's
to Jenna.
legit, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing I like about the film as well. I like instead of just sitting down with a camera and doing like a one-on-one interview, I was able to practice what I preached. You know what I mean? But the moment, I feel like it's over time and it's experience, like trial and error, dealing with it, learning how to deal with, like, no's. Because even now, I still got chips on my shoulder, man. Like, I know me. And I'm like, even after the loss, I was fine. I was able to live my life. People still love me. They still call me champ in the streets. So I was like, you know how they say, like, oh, when you lose the belt, it's like a pressure off your shoulders. I was like, I'm still Israel. I did something. Like, it was still, people want to take that name. So they were still coming after me. But for me, like I said, it's about protecting my energy, looking after myself. But that people pleaser, that's where it rears its ugly head. And that chip on my shoulder, it's like, oh, like Mike Jones. Back then they didn't want me, and now I'm hot hoes all on me, that kind of vibe. So I was just like, oh, it's like that now. But I'm aware of it. I'm aware of it. So when you're aware of the monster, you're able to nullify it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's self-awareness.
Yeah, I would almost like recommend people watch the documentary if they don't know who you are.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's, I feel like it's even more interesting because
you have no preconceived notion of who you think I am.
Yeah.
I like even people sometimes like say we're a group of friends, right? And sometimes I'll go in a bar or something, and then like a group of people know me, and oh my god, and then there'll be one person like, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. So it's okay, I don't know who you are. I'm Israel. What's your name? And I prefer that. I actually prefer that because it's like I get to meet someone
who has no preconceived notions of you. They have no expectations of you.
So I'm like, this is rare for me these days. So, oh, thank you. Nice to meet you. And I can actually have a real conversation and like get to know someone for me rather than like, oh, they think they know me or what they've seen on YouTube or on TV or my fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for the people who have seen you, I'm curious because we as entertainers, very different field, but you only see a slice of our personality.
Yeah.
You see a slice of him who he is on stage. You see the promo Izzy, the fighter Izzy.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily see being a nice guy Izzy who wants to get to know everybody. Not going to sell pay-per-views necessarily.
Yeah.
So are you relieved that even the people who might have preconceived notions of you are like, oh, that's who he really is. This is a 360-degree view of who he is.
Yes, I feel like people get to see a little bit more of my personal stuff. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
My but
bro,
it's really nerve-wracking.
You know what's fire seeing the shit about you that's not cool?
What?
Like in it, like there's vulnerable shit, like things that you say and you know you fucked up.
Eugene.
Yeah, with the Eugene shit, and like you even catch yourself in the moment, like
the Eugene shit.
Eugene is the coach, and like there's a line where he's like, "I'll do this."
Don't say
Bro, you gotta let them know a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Whisper.
No, the
Oh yeah, no. Keep that.
Dude.
Nah, it's no, but even me.
My point is like you're saying things you were like.
I was really vulnerable.
Regret.
Yeah.
Or you're
but I catch
angry.
myself.
Yeah, like, and then you catch yourself and you adjust. But like, it's a rare thing when you're being videotaped that you will be emotionally reactive, knowing that someone's videotaping. The reason prank videos work is because
taping. Though.
That's why.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why.
I was just,
That's why.
You know, it's funny thing. In the end of it, I was just like, I need to go home and calm down because I recognize like I'm in this parasympathetic nervous system or whatever. So I was like, okay, I can recognize it. again, self-awareness. I understand, like, okay, I'm not myself right now. I need to go home and calm down. But I was really angry because of the thing that was happening, and I just that was just me doing this.
But that's what you're not going to see in a documentary.
And it's
That's
human. We all do that.
You're also not going to see in a documentary about yourself. Everybody's going to put the best version of themselves out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Was it difficult to keep the vulnerable parts in the edit?
No, because I am a vulnerable person, but there's the bits that he's talking about. When you guys see it, it's like, I cringe because I'm like,
good. That's real. That's real.
The world's gonna see this. Even the dancing bits, because like I said, for me, dancing is so, like the artistic bits in between, where it's like when they talked about the urinal in high school, and then I'm dancing in a bathroom, and it's just like this art, like it was like Rise, you know, Dave LaChapelle, like a little bit, those little bits and pieces, and it was just like, for me, some people might get it, some might not get it, but for me, when I watch it, it's literally, I'm just like, the world's like seeing how I'm expressing myself in those moments, and I'm just like, I don't mind because fuck them, but at the same time, this is me just being me, and I've always kept the same energy, so why would I ever stop now? So on the big screen, my documentary debut, I stay true to who I am.
Huge announcement for me. I'm so fucking excited about this. I am filming my first full-length stand-up comedy special in Houston on September 2nd. I had to do it in Texas. We found a beautiful space at White Oak Music Hall, September 2nd. Hurry up and buy tickets at akashsing.com. Again, everything that I have accomplished thus far, whatever growth I made, is because of you guys, because of this podcast. I'm so grateful for all of it, and I cannot wait to take it to the next level. So go to akashsing.com, buy your tickets September 2nd. Let's blow this shit out. Let's make it the greatest comedy special that has ever happened. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're back.
Let me re-up.
Yeah. No, we got some Jack too.
Thank you. Give me the real shit.
Bro, it was great. It was
I have a
it was
question.
dope.
I mean, you're so good at putting out your authentic self, but I don't know if that was always the case.
Yeah.
What's your advice to people that maybe just have like regular jobs or that want to be creatives that have difficulty putting out their authentic selves?
Do it. That's my advice. Do it. It's nerve-wracking. It's annoying, but I feel do it because those who fuck with you will fuck with you. That's how I get. That's how I feel like.
And you weed out the people who won't really fuck with you.
I do it. Sometimes I'll just post some random shit on my Instagram just to weed out the bullshit. Thank you. Because I feel like those who understand me will know, like, oh, that's Israel. We've been here since 2013. We know he's that. Like Valentine's Day, I used to one time. The first time I did it, I fought on Valentine's Day in Adelaide, Knees of Fury. And I think I was heartbroken at the time, and I was fighting on Valentine's Day. I even came out to Luther Vandross, Never Too Much. It's on YouTube. It was a cool entrance. But that day, while I was waiting for the fight at the hotel,
thank you, brother.
I went on the gram and I posted probably like 85 memes. The captions were the ones. Thank you. The captions were funny, but I literally just posted just memes, just roasting, just love. But it was just me fucking around, and I was just having fun with it, killing time while I was waiting for my fight because I'm just lying in bed. And, you know, people, I'm unfollowing. This is too much because, you know, you're only allowed to post on some weird unwritten rule like once a day or whatever. But I'm like, what the fuck? It's the internet. There ain't no rules to this bitch. So this is me trying to weed out like the bullshit. So sometimes you'll see me post some weird shit, and then it's just like, what the fuck? Like, then those who don't fuck with me, they can just
to the wayside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to.
And even if you're still uncomfortable about whatever moments in the documentary, I would say, I'm trying to form the sentence as I think of it, but like, it's a very fucking cool thing you do, that you are open with your losses. You came on here the day after you got knocked out. And then the day after you knocked him back out, you were like, nah, I need to be myself.
Yeah.
And it's really, I think, cool for people to see a champion still be open and vulnerable and talk about the losses and the bad moments. And I think we all are like, yo, fuck, if this guy, who I see as a superhuman, who literally knocks human beings out for a living, if he can be human, I can be human and fuck up. And I think it's a
you have a bad
moment.
show, you have a bad date, you talk to a girl and fuck it up. It's like, bro, that's
whatever.
part of the game.
It's a numbers game, man. Just run it up. Keep shooting. That's what it is. But like, I mean, no matter what, I feel like you just have to stand up with your head tall. No matter what. Even one thing you said, I think you said it the best, was you seeing you okay. You even said Duval was like, man, I feel bad. But then you said, seeing me okay made you feel okay.
Oh, yeah.
I felt the same way recently with Kai. He fought, got robbed badly.
Yeah.
Badly, like horribly.
Yeah.
But then I was fucking angry. But then I sent him a message, I think a video while he was in the back. And he sent me one back afterwards when he was going to the win or whatever. And seeing him chill,
made you feel
smile.
that.
Exactly. So it did that for me as well. So I was like, okay, he's fine. I can be fine. But I was still angry. And fuck these guys, man. I feel like even in boxing, if a judge or judges fuck up and it's a controversial scorecard, they need to be on the post-fight press conference podium.
Oh, that's a good one.
No.
Have them do a post-fight press conference.
No, like, you know, the fighters go, Dana's go, then the judges go. Okay, so, sir.
Why did you give him the fourth round?
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
The fourth round where Kai won the fucking round.
Yeah.
How did you decide, you know what? Fuck this guy. And
That's
just
actually
go,
a great idea.
No, but they're never going to do it because but if you do it, it'll change the system and they'll have to be held accountable and actually judge.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
You know what the tricky thing about with that specifically in UFC? I understand it in boxing when like the different promoters have their fighters and they want their fighters to win.
Yeah.
In UFC, they represent all the fighters.
Yeah.
It doesn't benefit them in any way to give a shitty decision.
There's a conspiracy.
Okay.
That Chance, my boy Chance, kind of put me onto because Volk, I was in Perth. I was right there. Me and Ash, when it happened, 5th round, I lost my shit, bro. I was like, he's done it. This guy that people were like, oh, and he's a great fighter, you know, from that side of Dagestanis, they're fucking awesome at their wrestling and whatnot, but this guy has a myth. And then Alex fucked him up.
It's like the scene in 300 when
Actually, you see, there was one round when Alex told me when he was on his back body trying, Alex was like, I thought you were going to finish me. Come on.
It was great. It was great.
Come on, come on.
Yeah.
Bah, bah. And then 5th round, Alex finishes on top. And then me and Ash, I see Ash, and both Cancer Leo. And like, I'm emotional. He's crying. I'm crying. I'm hugging them. And I'm just like, fuck yeah, he did it. And then Red Hot Chili Peppers are playing that night in the fucking 60,000 sold out arena. So it would have been Alex, double champ, boom. And then goes to Red Hot Chili Peppers that night. Oh, bro. And I feel like they stole his moment away. But the conspiracy is Chance put me onto this. Said like, something about, yeah, we're all flagrant, bitch. So I didn't say it's Chance said this.
Yes.
I'm just paraphrasing. I didn't say it.
Now this is all Chance.
This is all Chance.
This
yeah,
is Chance and tequila and Jack Daniels. So bring that.
But he said like, you look at you know, the movement right now in Fly Island, Abu Dhabi, the stake they have in the UFC. You know, it pays them to have a champ that's from that side of the world.
Oh, that's right. Because Saudi Arabia is going to pay crazy amounts of money for a fight. Qatar is going to pay crazy amounts.
And I don't think that like you said, with boxing it's different because each promoter has their own fighter that they want to win, and it kind of like feels close.
But the Islam, listen, the Islam Volk fight was close at least. The Kai fight
I think it was
4-1.
I think it was 4-1. It was competitive.
Islam Volk? Or Kai?
Kai
blew him out. It was a horrible decision.
It was competitive, but he won 4-1 in my eyes. 4-1.
Sure.
Islam Volk 3-2.
I thought I had Volk winning, but I wasn't upset with a 3-2 Islam. I was like, okay, I could see how certain rounds.
Trust me, I was.
Listen, of course.
I'm biased.
But listen, we love Volk here, but it was one of those things where it's like, in the Nate Diaz street fight rules, we know who won the fight.
Thank you. Exactly.
Because one guy could barely stand up at the end, and the other guy was doing jumping jacks.
Fucking Shiner, all that kind of stuff. So it's like.
Put it this way, Islam don't want that fight again.
He gonna get it again.
Oh, he gonna get it again. But he don't want it. Like he is glad that Volk is going to fight. What is it, Pantoja or something? What's his name?
What's his name?
What's his name?
Pantera.
What's the guy's name that Volk is going to fight?
No, hold on, wait. This is
No disrespect.
I know his name. Oh my God.
Pantoja, no?
No. Rodriguez.
Yair Rodriguez. Yeah, Yair Rodriguez.
Think of his nickname.
That's his nickname, motherfucker.
Pantera. I said Pantera. Yeah, I was like Pantera.
Pantera. Okay. Anyway,
that was close.
Yo, why didn't they just run it back with Islam, man?
The UFC going to UFC, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not the brass. They have their own plans, but like you said,
that belt. That's why he has to go back.
Yeah, he has to go back down to featherweight, defend the belt.
Does he have to? I mean, bro, like
you can't hold up the division. It's hard to hold it up as well.
If we look at Volk in rematches, and keep in mind, Max coming through tomorrow. That's my motherfucking guy. I love Max.
I've met him before.
He was there last night.
Bro, I love that dude. He's so
Max is one of the coolest guys on the planet.
Cool energy. It's that aloha all day.
Real talk, it is. Man. But I think Max will even say, "Wow, this guy improved from each fight."
Yeah.
Right.
Did.
So I can't see that not happening.
Yeah.
Against Islam.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, trust me, no. We evolve.
That's an easy.
We evolve.
I think that's an easy dub.
It's like the 4-minute mile. Once it got broken.
Once one person breaks it, it's over.
So once Volk did what he did in real life,
Now
he
people aren't
knows,
afraid of Islam.
It's like me. I knocked this guy out now. I'm like, bro, if we fought 10 times again, I'm knocking him out 10 times.
Every single time.
Yeah, because
You
I
go
know
right
now.
at him.
I
You got his
know
number.
now. I got his number now. People thought he had my number, but like once I've done it now, I've actualized it. It's like, oh, I can do it now.
Yeah. Oh, you said you asked him something about the leg kick.
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
I just asked him, like, I don't know how he did that, but I think it's just limited English, but pretty much I just gave him props. I was like, you with that leg kick is fucking dangerous.
Because it's a hard leg kick without turning over the hip at all.
And there's no tell. And he doesn't, like, when you leg kick, sometimes you have to step. You have to step. It's a quick step, quicker to step, quicker to kick. Even a head kick. Quicker to step, quicker to kick. That's like the general rule. But he doesn't have to step. He's just there, just like, boom. This fucking stone face.
Some soccer shit, bro.
Yeah, actually.
It looks as if he doesn't come across. It looks as if he comes almost up.
But then his leg still does this and still hits you.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Did he tell you how he did it? Did y'all like share?
Yeah, we did it at the airport. So when we went through the scanner thing, put our shoes on, and I see him on the other side. I'm just like...
Ready to fight again? Going through the same ritual?
Put the Vaseline on your forehead. Like, I'm not here.
And Ash was the first one to see him. He's like, is that Fernando? I was like, nah. I was like, oh, shit, it is. So we kind of like were behind them for about 2 minutes or so. Then I was gonna be like, hoi. But then I didn't. And we took that video, it was cool. But then we talked about the Jan fight, and then I kind of gave him some tips, if you will. We kind of have the same idea, because then I was saying like the way Jan fights, and he knows.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you're gonna catch him with this. But I was like, but be careful, because we also thought he's gonna do this, but because we're great strikers, or because I'm a great striker, excuse me, he was patient. He took his time. So I said, he's probably going to be patient with you.
And he's not a bad striker.
He's not.
His striking is underrated.
He's just weird. He's not weird striking, but he takes his time. He takes his time when he does, he's good. But with other guys who aren't great strikers, he rushes. And he can get clipped like that. So if he rushes against Spartan, I think he'll...
But that's the thing with Poatan, like, he's coming up in weight, and Jan has good control on the ground, right? Like, he's got jiu-jitsu background.
Takes him down, I think he'll probably just hold him down or beat him up there. But up top, I feel like Alex got him.
But that does speak to what Andrew was saying earlier with you guys having this beautiful relationship where, like,
It's
after the fight, it's just...
I wish you messed with him at TSA, though. I wish you put the brass knuckles in his back. Payback.
That was him. Okay.
Is that common with fighters?
Why is it like, do you guys feel this way? Like, when fighters who have had these wars are actually friends, it makes me happy.
I would say we're friends. I would say we're friends right now.
No, not friends, but like...
There's mutual respect.
Yeah. I don't know. I get
wins the
this
205
weird-
belt, trust me, you'll see a fist
But I get a
fight.
joy from it. Why is that? Like, I wonder as a consumer why I like seeing these guys who put it all out there.
I think we like happy endings. I do.
Yeah, it's like...
Not that nice.
Shout out to Tootsies. You know what I mean?
No, but yeah, I think we like happy endings. You know, like went through a war. We've been through 4 fights across 2 different sports, and then it's like the mutual respect and adoration for each other's skills. You know, regardless of everything. I'll go to Brazil. I'll see him. I'll say what's up. I'll hang out in his hood. You know, but yeah, it's even he was in my neck of the woods. I thought he was gonna come to New Zealand. He didn't, but he was meant to pull up to this fight where I saw Tyson Fury, but apparently he didn't pull up because I was there. But I'm like, I don't care. I would have liked to say what's up and just, you're in my neck of the woods. What
You also know something about each other that very few people know.
Yeah, we know.
Exactly.
Like, we know.
Shared an experience.
It's like when, sorry to cut you, but like, it's like when, you know, past presidents are always friends.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, like George Bush is
Who's
hanging
Trump
out with
friend with?
Obama. Like Trump might be the only one they don't fuck with, but like what they've experienced.
Yeah, George
is
Bush and
so
Michelle are like they
best
love
friends.
each other.
Really?
They're like trading candies and shit.
Michelle Obama.
Michelle
Yeah,
Obama
and George Bush Jr. Yeah,
it's adorable.
Breaking news.
Americans are hilarious.
They did about the same while they were in office.
But it's like, but it's just this one thing where it's like, it's such a unique experience that they can't really share with anybody else. So once you've had that,
someone,
at least I can be honest with you. At least I can vent with you about things.
It's like you get it. Yeah.
I think it's why a lot of times like country clubs even exist. It's like rich people want to be in a place where they can complain to other rich people, where poor people aren't going, oh, it must be so hard.
What are the poor people doing?
Son, they don't want to know.
That's an inside joke.
You just slipped in there. If Barrera gets
that's good catch.
Championship, you're gonna
Did
fight
you just
him.
try to pronounce it
I tried.
Whatever.
Whatever. It don't matter. We don't need to respect him.
Okay, so
if he gets another championship, you said you'll fight him
If
a
he
fifth
goes
time.
up to 205, he's going up to. If he gets a belt, yeah, he can catch the smoke.
Oh, I thought you said it was done. I didn't-
Nah, but it's always done. But like, there's always that like little. Just in case, just in
You
case.
said you're knocking his favela when you're 55,
Yeah,
right?
right here. That's what I said. So like, but now I've beat him, so yeah, keep that.
Yeah.
Okay. Beat him is done.
What was your thoughts on the whole Tyson Fury, John Jones thing?
I mean, I saw Tyson, and I said, look, you should. I think, just learn how to sprawl. You'll be right.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah. Just
So
learn
if
how
he
to
could
sprawl.
defend the takedown.
But again, it's John Jones.
Yeah, it's easier said than done.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's Tyson Fury. He doesn't know how to sprawl. He doesn't know jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And he was like, listen, man, you ain't fucking getting me in a cage, whatever he's, what he
Yeah,
said.
he had a different energy with
Yeah,
you than he
yeah. I
did
mean,
with
but it's real life. It's real life shit. It's like you have to understand the reality of what's actually happening. I love boxing. I was watching the Teofimo Lopez and the Taylor fight. It was fucking awesome fight, bro. Teo went. I don't know what he did. Super Saiyan. He was starting to like. Literally in the flow state. I like when I see not just a fighter, even a dancer, anyone go in the zone. And I know when I see them, when someone is in a zone and you're like, ooh, and so they go in it, they come out of it, they go back in it, come back. Some people stay in it. But Tio was just going in the zone. He'll pop out for a little bit. I think he took round 10 off just to rest, but he would be in the zone. There's one point, did some shit, touched his foot, caught him with the offbeat. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was magic. The whole place was going crazy. The Scottish people, the fucking Mexicans, there was nuts, bananas. And like a little intimate theater. But yeah, I like seeing someone go into a zone. What were we talking about? Oh, fuck, I lost my train of thought.
Tyson Fury, John Jones.
Yeah, nah, boxing is different from fighting. I mean, from like actual fighting. Yeah. You know what I mean? I like, the greatest fight in the world, Yeah. If you want to be the greatest fighter in the world, you have to be able to fight other styles. Yeah. There's not just one style of fighting. This is why I'm a kickboxer. That's what I started in. And I love grappling because it was fun to watch. And watching the UFC, it was learned. Like Joe Rogan, we explained what's happening. I'm like, oh, that's cool, da, da, da. But I had to learn. I put my ego aside, and I was like, if I really want to be the best fighter in the world, I could have been the best kickboxer in the world and just like done that and made okay money, live really nicely, very rich. I could just go into boxing because I was boxing for a little bit as well and done the same thing. But I was like, I really want to be the best. I never want a man to be able to handle me in any situation. I want to be in.
Fast forward.
Fast forward.
Facts though.
But I feel like
I'm training for jail just in case.
Yeah. Trust me, if you're my cellmate. But like, happy Pride Month. Anyway. For me, I feel like to be the best fighter in the world, you have to be able to beat any style, And that's why I put my ego aside and I was like, I'm going to learn how to grapple. It's like to be a good criminal, learn to be a good lawyer. You know what I mean? So how many fights in the UFC now? Only one guy was able to take me down, keep me down, and he's a weight class above me. Everyone else can't.
Are you excited for tapping somebody out?
I'll tell you something after this.
Okay. Okay. So you got plans. Bro,
I'm was just hanging out with Craig Jones. You know Craig Jones?
Of course. Dude, we love Craig. We had Craig on here.
No way.
B-Team Jiu-Jitsu, man.
That's
Come on with Volk.
Alex. Yeah, that's my nigga, Craig.
And Volk's trainer, who fucks ladyboys in Thailand. Shout out to the old man Joe. Old man Joe. He like a girl with hand strength.
Broad shoulders.
Oh, yeah. Joe been through some Thai boys, bro, for sure. We love Joe. Love you, Joe.
We was on Puerto Rico hanging out, training.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, I'm upskilling. And I love grappling. People haven't seen too much of it yet, like the casuals haven't seen. But
I thought you were going to tap Costa out. When you had him on the floor knocked out.
Yeah.
Oh, I tapped twice, but
I mean, even
I think that's the greatest celebration, post-fight celebration.
100%.
Second best was all this one.
Yeah.
The first was
flipped the order. That's probably why they
yeah.
took your tweet seriously in the documentary. This motherfucker means business.
Hey, man, I ain't a ghostwriter. I live my raps, put it that way.
And Logan Paul fucked you up a little bit. I saw that.
That's trying to do clickbait.
Does Logan have a chance? That's funny. Does Logan have a chance in MMA?
I think he's going to find the
He's
UFC.
an athlete.
I'll tell you one thing. When I grabbed him, because I think he's like, because he wrestled in high school. I saw him wrestle even Costa. He was able to do duck unders and kind of stuff. He was able to wrestle, and he's really good. And I was like, fuck, you're strong. I could feel him straight away. He's strong. Like, he's a beefy dude. But so am I.
Yeah,
then also technique, and also I have.
He's so excited, bro. Got a little bricked up.
He's on a carnivore diet. You know what I'm saying?
That's the response I was expecting. Full keto.
Nah, but he's a strong dude, and I think he's gonna do it at some point, even just once. I think he's gonna do it just once, just for the spectacle. Because he can box. I taught him how to kick a little bit. He'll work. I think those guys, especially Jake, because when I was at the house after he knocked out Nate, and Jake was just such a nice dude, like a big fan.
Wait, you said you were at the house, you saw him knock out Nate?
Nate Robinson.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's fighting Nate.
That's right. I forgot. My bad. No, Nate Robinson. When he
you
knocked
almost
him out.
broke Vegas.
Nah, but like, so talking to him at the house, I realized that like that night, like, oh, this guy's crazy. He's gonna do this shit. Like he really wants to box. And look at him now. Even at Puerto Rico, guys just locked in. He's just like, nah, he
no,
wasn't.
he takes it serious.
Yeah,
man.
he wasn't like, fucking around, nothing. He didn't come to dinners. He was at the house for a little bit. But yeah, I think Logan will fight in the UFC at some point, just for fun.
Who would be a good matchup for Logan?
Right now, I can't even.
Great question.
I said CM Punk, but he's like, nah, I'm gonna fight
come
CM
on,
Punk.
How you disrespect Logan?
He's like, I'm gonna fight CM Punk. I was like, fair.
No, an active UFC dude.
That'd be like a good
Wait,
fight.
hold on. You ready for some clickbait?
I probably don't even know their name.
Let me give you clickbait. Let me give you clickbait. Right? You ready? Hey, Dricus du Plessis. Is that a good matchup for Logan?
Nah. I'm saving that one. I want that guy.
Oh, you want that one?
That's
Okay,
mine.
fair enough.
Bro,
Bro, that was beautiful.
I'm a torturer.
That was a beautiful lob
I'm a
up for
torturer,
clickbait
bro.
right there. Wait, do you really want it?
No, I want it.
He cut
I'm
one
gonna
of the
pray for this.
greatest promos I've ever seen in history.
What did he say?
When he said, in full blonde hair, blue eyes, white face, said, I'm the African champ. Son, if he said, I'm the captain now. If he did that shit, bro.
Man.
You have to, listen, on a troll level.
Yeah, I appreciate
You have to
it.
acknowledge 10 out of 10.
Bro, like okay, look at this. You know what?
He's a white guy from South Africa?
No. Yeah.
Are you familiar with the thing?
Alex is on point.
Oh,
Nah,
bro,
but
we
like,
were dying on that shit.
You know what ancestryandme.com is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for white people to be not racist.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not just.
So
This is how white people find out they're Native American.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I could do mine, and it'll tell you 100% I'm Nigerian.
Yeah.
Yoruba boy, Ogun State from Africa, the greatest continent on the planet.
Well.
Look at your phone. Look at your phone. Bring your iPhones out.
China.
Fuck up. China. Yeah. Where they get it from?
Oh, you got a little cobalt. You got a little cobalt.
Exactly. A little.
You know what I mean? I'll put some double D batteries in here.
Where's that come from?
Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Exactly.
Damn it.
The diamond's on your pinky.
Oh,
But
shit. Okay.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. The drip.
All right, you got a couple good things. Okay.
But you do his ancestryandme.com, and it'll tell you where he's really from.
Where is he from?
I don't know.
Where are all people from?
Trying to do one of those ones.
Shit.
Fresh,
White
bro.
Conda forever.
We're the captains now.
We are. We're back, baby.
No, but like, I think it's French. Duplessis is a French name. I did my Googles.
Who's left to fight? I mean that honestly. Like,
I
who's left?
wanted to fight DPP. I will fight him. I'll pray on this. I will make this happen. I'll manifest this. He's gonna rock Rob or do something crazy in the first round.
Because he's fighting Rob.
Rob, I'm gonna be there. Whoever wins, I'm gonna step in the cage with him. I'll let him.
You won't do a third one with Rob.
I have to. If he wins, I will.
Respect to Rob, love
but listen to
Rob.
me,
But...
I'll tell you something after this.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I gotta make it interesting for myself.
How much longer you want to do this?
Ooh. I said at the post-fight press conference, I was like, I think I got less than 20 fights left, but they're like 20.
I mean,
what? I'm like,
it's a crazy number now, even.
I'm like, bro, that's light. In China, when I lived in China for 10 months, it's kickboxing, granted, at a high level. I fought 24 times.
24 times?
Yeah, but that's Chinese people. That's like 12.
That's a good point. I fought Ukrainians as well. I fought a lot of Eastern Europeans. So they brought, because eventually, like I said, I was there to be a journeyman, and they couldn't beat me. So if you can't beat them.
So you were a B-side. You were there to lose.
Yeah, I was there, yeah. They brought me over to make their guys look good, but I kept on whooping their guys. And they're like, hey, long. And then That's how I got the name the Black Dragon, Hey Long, and then they had this
They
whole
just
fucking...
add dragon to whatever you look like, and then it makes you Asian. Bro, shout out to China, bro.
Yeah,
That's kind of fire.
I want to go back. I do miss China. I miss my time there. I feel like it got me really ready for fame. It got me really ready, like as a
Why? Because Chinese
Just
people
being
see
a regular black guy in
fucking
China?
crazy, dude. Yeah.
Kobe Bryant. Nah, legit. That's what it was. It was. That's what it was. Like, I'm like, no. But I'm like, no. I was like, no. That
It's
like
less racist with black people do.
I'm just saying what happened. I lived in China.
They would call you Kobe Bryant.
No, like they think, oh, Kobe Bryant, the basketball. No. That bizarre.
What does that mean? Kickboxing?
Fight, like
Fight.
boxing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where's your Indian in jungle?
Oh, you speak that shit?
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
That was
they really appreciate my pronunciation because my language, Yoruba, is very tonal as well. So I was passable. Like if I got a Chinese girlfriend, I would have aced that shit. But I was outside. But
You say ace
Yo,
that shit
what
or
are the
ate
happy
that shit?
endings like? Wait, what are the happy endings like in China? Did you experience that? Are they happiest?
Hey.
Ash knows all about it.
That used to turn him away. Him and my daughter.
Wait a minute, I don't know what's happening. Tell us what's happening. Ash, tell us what's happening. Get some alcohol on Ash so he can get loose. Yes.
Tequila. Nah, me and Diamond went to, fuck it, never mind.
Shout out to Diamond, bro. Hold on, I got to piss really bad. Anybody have to piss really bad?
I can whenever you
Let's
want.
piss. Come right back.
I'll keep sipping.
All right, we're going to take a break real quick because while we have Israel Adesanya, the motherfucking UFC champion of the world, you guys should know about the official sponsor of the UFC, at least when it comes to law, and that is Morgan & Morgan. Guys, if you are in an accident and you get fucked up by somebody, like say you're Izzy's next opponent and you want to sue, you could call Morgan & Morgan and they could get you money. You're not going to get money out of Izzy because you signed a fucking release. But if you're just some guy walking down the street and something foul happens to you, if you're Chifty getting hit by a car while you're on your bicycle, you could call Morgan & Morgan and you could save a lot of money. They are America's largest injury law firm. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 800 lawyers. That's insane. They have recovered over $15 billion for their clients, and they have a proven track record of fighting, like Izzy, to get you your full and fair compensation. Submitting an injury claim is also as easy as Izzy submitting his next opponent. That was pretty good, right? So all you do is do it online. It's more like, doing something on an app than it is calling a law firm, looking through phone books or whatever antiquated shit you got to do. With Morgan & Morgan, you can submit a claim in 8 clicks or less without ever having to leave your couch. So if you are ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless you win. Think about that. You don't pay nothing if you lose. So for more information, go to forthepeople.com/flagrant or dial pound law. That's pound 529 from your cell phone. Again, that is forthepeople.com/flagrant or pound law, which is pound 529 from your cell. Now let's get back to the show.
Okay, so when is our boy Diamond fighting again? Blood Diamond.
Yeah, we're like...
This is your boy. You were in China with him.
And the tours, man. We've been around the world, fought in different countries, been many places.
Yeah, had fun.
Yeah, different
hot
poses.
pots. Had some hot pots.
Yes, you know
cold
the
pots.
vibes. But
kicked out of hotels together. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
These are all allegedly.
Yeah, it's all satire.
Yeah.
But then
they call him Big Dick Diamond in China. You know what I mean?
Hey, we're all brothers.
Gotta go into a bind sometimes, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
But that's an inside joke between me and him. Like, me, him, chance. It's a long story.
Where? Go.
So-
How long?
Real. No, but Sydney. We're trying to put him on Sydney, and I feel like the world needs to see what he can do. Not just him. Like, there's a few of our guys that's like, he's a 2-time King of the Ring champion.
Yeah, he's a kickboxing background guy, beast.
I spar with the guy. I know how good he is.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He just, sometimes in this life, you get a deck of cards that's not in your favor, but you then get that one hand. I feel like September, he just needs that hand to showcase his skills in the cage. First fight in the UFC didn't go his way because shit happens. That guy got him. Second fight, he was doing well, but then the third round, the guy just held him. Decided I'm gonna win the round, and they held him. I just feel like it's his time to get someone who can showcase. Put him against a striker. If you really want some crazy shit, he does this thing called a scorpion kick. He calls it a drive-by. He calls it a drive-by. He'll be sparring you, and then you'll be right here. Like, if we're orthodox, so left foot in front of left foot, then he'll just step off to his right, and then he'll
kick back.
Oh wow! And he caught me the first time. When he caught me, I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
It felt like, which one of y'all hit me, Chris Tucker?
Yeah.
Like that moment. You know,
I thought you got dick slapped, bro. It's like, you just punch me with your dick diamond?
Nigga just bit me in the face. How dare you? No, honestly, like he's that guy. He's that guy.
So that's the weird thing. Like, why wouldn't the UFC? Why would the UFC build him up against other strikers while he's learning how to grapple, and then by the time he gets there,
No, they will. No,
Bro,
they
they fed you to the
That's what I'm-
fucking
exactly straight away. That's what they do.
Son,
That's my
I
nigga.
feel like you didn't even get enough credit for being Brunson because after that, Brunson went on a win streak for like, what is it?
Ages, yeah.
5 fights or something,
Yeah.
something crazy.
Blonde Bronson, apparently, because he was blonde.
Yeah, that was the issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't blonde when he fought me. He didn't go Super Saiyan when he fought me.
Exactly. So the tricky thing, I guess, right there is like, I like that the UFC feeds people, right? Because they're like, okay, only the strongest survive, so you get the best. But at the same time, there's certain people where I'm like, I'd
Build 'em
like
up.
to.
Yeah, build them up. And they've done that with certain people. Example, Alex Pereira. They did it with Alex Pereira. With me, they built him up, gave him guys that could easily like.
They weren't putting him against
No,
total
no.
grapplers.
Did they put any none, zero. The only guy was this Bruno guy they put him against, but he's
Bruno
a striker.
Silva.
He's a striker.
And they struck. That motherfucker got a chin. That motherfucker got a chin.
He got
bro.
hit.
Big time.
Boom. And it was in the Apex. So the thing I like about the Apex,
you could hear it.
Bro. Same with Fire Island.
Yaz or whatever?
Fought, yeah,
Yeah.
When I was fighting Costa and Fire Island, I remember just like when you watch it back, you can hear the impact, the thuds, the boom, and then you can hear his corner screaming when I fucked him up, like badly. Like a guy was yeah, that was bad. That was bad. But yeah.
Do you like him a little bit, Costa?
He's funny.
He's kind of funny,
On
right?
Twitter, I don't follow him on Instagram. On Twitter, he's funny.
He's kind of
just,
funny.
Twitter's crazy.
He just says the most random. He called me time. I was like,
No.
what? Yeah.
Believe.
I wonder why.
No, I'm just no. He
Maybe
said it.
because you
I didn't
knocked
say
him out.
it. He said it.
We're
not me.
bleeping it no matter what.
Hey,
we have to protect you now.
I'm protected.
Maybe it's because you knocked him out and then mimed fucking his ass.
True.
Maybe.
Made him one.
Maybe.
It's just prison culture.
Prison rules. Only the strong survive.
Is there any guy you like so much you just wouldn't fight?
Yes. That's a good question. Hold up. In middleweight?
Yeah.
If Kamaru came up.
Fuck no.
You can't do that.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Love
Wallahi,
Kamaru.
never. That's my dog. That's my brother. It's bigger than fighting. This is for bro, forever. The Three Kings, that era.
Yeah.
The Three Kings,
That should've happened.
that era.
Yeah.
That, bro, if we went to Nigeria or anywhere in Africa, Morocco, South Africa, bro, that era will never, ever be, I don't want to say it's never, ever be replaced, but like it's just something that's
It was a special
forever. It was
moment.
special in history, you know, and I'm proud. I feel proud to be part of that, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's bigger than that. Even someone said to me when Kamaru was about to fight Tyron Woodley to win the belt, I remember that, I don't know where I was, but they asked me on the podium, like, oh, does a part of you hope that Kamaru doesn't win so you could be the first African champion? I was like, what? Yuck.
Damn.
I was like, what kind of mentality do you have to have
Yeah.
that you think, like, I would want my boy to lose so I can be the first? I'm like, no. His win is my win.
That question comes from abundance.
Yeah, thank
when
you.
you have abundance, you don't even think about
but even like
scarcity.
scarcity mindset, that's where that comes from. But like, yeah, I would never. No, that's
when you come from scarcity, the idea of abundance is incredible, right? You're like, I want 3 African champions.
Yeah,
That's the most
yeah.
amazing. When you come from abundance, the idea of scarcity is really exciting. So that person who asked you it is rich.
Some rich journal.
Yeah.
Speaking of African champions, how you feel about Francis not staying with the UFC, having to move on to
I think so. I feel like the story's not over. Even like when this whole fucking thing with One Championship came out, they're like, oh, we are withdrawing from the bidding to. But that was a play because Francis came to them and was honest. Like, look, I got this deal. Can you guys match this? They couldn't match it. So to save face, they were like,
they protected themselves.
But that was stupid. And then when that happened, I saw the narrative. The streets was like, oh, he made a mistake. Yeah, no one wants it, this and that. But I'm like, bro, chill. He signed with the PFL. Give it time. Give it time. Let him do his thing. Because the story's still being written. Also, he's the guy that, look, before the UFC, how he got to Paris. Have you heard that story?
Yeah. It's crazy.
He's not a guy that gives
He
up.
told us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him on the pod when we were in Miami.
Oh, no way.
He called in.
He zoomed in, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have I seen this?
Maybe. But yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, he is. So he's not a guy that gives up easily. He's not a guy that just like, folds, you know? Give it time. Give it time. I think he's making the right call. PFL. Also, what I liked is even like bringing up the fighter he's fighting, they're gonna get paid at least $1 million.
Bro, incredible.
And then what that does is like guys who want to fight, they're like, if I fight Francis, that's a money fight for me.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, give it time. Things are happening, but give it time. The story will unfold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool to see him come out victorious.
Yeah. Oh, no, I think I'm champion. I think he's gonna get it done.
Yeah.
And I think also he's gonna come back to the UFC.
That's the thing that's quite interesting.
No, he will.
Yeah.
He will. I think this is business. This is business.
Yeah. Or is there a world where the 3 kings go to PFL?
I didn't want to ask if we can add to that if you need to, but yeah.
I think I'm gonna be in the look. For me, as a fan, it's not even about me. People, you know, like it's not. I've been a fan of the UFC for so long. I think this is where my career is gonna. That's it. I'm not doing no fucking boxing after this. Nothing like that. Regardless of what you say about Canelo, I know your fucking mustache is twinging. But regardless, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We gotta do one.
I've been boxing. I'm ready. I don't want to.
Dude,
it's limited. It's limited. It's limited.
I'm trying to think
fighting.
who you would fight.
Just
who
put
you
50
would
million
fight.
in front of me. We'll see. I never seen that yet, man.
Who's big enough? There's no one big enough for you yet.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Nah, but no, yeah.
Boxing needs a renaissance. If boxing has a renaissance,
And
where
my
they're
weight
like-
class as well is just like nah.
No.
Like, no.
185. I mean, like, no, he doesn't have. There's no money in it. That's the thing. That's the only
It's gonna
problem.
be something. Yeah,
If
it's
there
gonna be
was some
someone that's-
money,
yeah,
if there was
so-
an absolute
Boston's limited.
superstar-
Like I want at least let me kick him.
No.
At least, yeah.
No,
there we
no,
go.
no,
It's
no,
not
'cause
gonna
then
happen.
it's too easy.
Yeah, you'll beat
Okay,
the
how about
shit out
this?
of
Okay, how about this? They can box. I can kick. I won't throw any punches.
No,
Just set up.
still
Just set
no.
up.
But what we could do is one round. What they do with Demetrius Johnson and Rod Tang.
Oh no, that's bad. That's a bad idea. If they want to box in the first round and then they want to do kickboxing in the second round, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But it's awesome also.
Look, I do well for myself. I'm more worried about the guys coming up because I'm such a big fan of the UFC, regardless of what people might think or have their opinions about the company. Because look, this is business and it's cutthroat. It's Vegas. It's the fucking devil's asshole. But I want people who fight in the UFC, even when they come into the UFC, I want it to be like you're being drafted into the NFL. I don't want a guy who's fighting in the, because I have teammates who just like Diamond is going to the UFC. He's doing well for himself, but he also has businesses on the side. But sometimes there's other, like you have to like do a few PTs here and there. I don't want that for a guy who has the UFC banner on their chest. I want it to be a prestigious thing where it's like
PTs is personal training.
Yeah, personal training. Yeah, my bad. It's prestigious to be in the UFC. Like, yo, you're a UFC fighter. I want them to be able to like.
You want it to be once you're in the UFC,
You're set.
that's the only job you have.
Thank you. That's what I want. So I think, and I really want this to be my, when I'm done with the UFC, I'm done with fighting. I move on to other things.
What if the UFC had a different division in the same way that like baseball has different divisions, and where it's like here's UFC.
Like
Well,
AAA.
in America, they have like AAA, AA, single A. So like
You lost me.
basically, the major leagues, everybody's